What is going on, Madspideyverse? Yes, it is your boy here, MadSpidey, doing a New Year's Eve stream, as I've actually done. I think this is actually my third year in a row, actually doing a New Year's Eve stream. I know I made that stupid mistake 2 years ago of running. I think Outback was actually on the Sunday or whatever it was that happened to be New Year's Eve. And I ended up saying, oh, screw it, let's try and go to New Year's Eve. And I ended up running like a 12-hour stream, and that was just dumb. So last year I did 4 hours. I'm thinking, nah, this year I'll just do a couple of hours. It'll be fine. So at least it's some content for today anyway. But I do have one of my favorite people in the community waiting in the back. Oh, there's another. It's two of my favorite people waiting in the background. So let's let him in and let's say hello. We do have my brother from another mother, Matt from Heroes for Hire Club, and we do have somebody who hasn't been on the channel for a little while, but he's always welcome because he has been my best mate for the longest of time. It is the man, the myth, the legend. It is Simple Simon being an absolute boozehead.
Cheers, boys.
Whereas I'm just drinking coffee because I'm like, I need to stay awake.
And I got a Sprite Zero, so and some water. I have water too, so I had to quit drinking a while back. Didn't agree with me.
Yeah, I don't drink much anymore either. But it is,
but it's New Year's Eve, it's a special occasion.
Well,
yeah, it's like Christmas is probably about the only time now that I actually, actually have a drink sort of thing occasionally. I might just have one at like Christmas lunch with the folks, and that's about it really. So
I'm coming to you from the past.
Yeah,
I know we're about to be in another year, a different year than Matt.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's always a bit of a.
25.
I was too busy trying to watch a certain video.
It's pretty long, I know, right?
I'm used to your long videos now. Like everybody says, I ramble, which I do, and I'm used to that, and I just do it because that's just me, and I always want to just be me on the camera. But your videos have evolved a lot from going from like 15, 20 minutes B-reel for about 2-minute talk to being about an hour freaking B-reel and interviews and whatever else, and then about a 20-minute talk.
The actual vlog is about half an hour, and then there's 20 minutes of me waffling.
Yeah.
The difference between me and you is, though, I edit my waffles. You don't.
I don't. I just go.
That's what I do. Well, I have a New Year's stream in 14 hours, so if you guys are still awake by then, you're invited.
Yeah, it'll be 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I think I looked at your schedule, and I think it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon for us. So pretty much everything's closed. I've got no money anyway, which I was actually going to get to that at some point. And Beck's staring at me eating chocolate. Why are you staring at me? Because it's fun. Okay.
Did you see Beck's cameo in my video?
Was that the quick shot when I was at Charlie's thing and there was you put a Spider-Man head on? Oh, that he got you in the video. You're gonna have to punch him next time.
No, I put your face over her.
Fireworks have already started.
Yeah, I had some before as well.
Yeah. And for context, whatever I hear, Simon will probably hear too, because he's literally like 5 minutes up the road from where I am.
Yeah, there was some that went off like half an hour ago.
Yeah, we heard one pop about an hour or so ago, and that was about it. So, but no, I was it's funny. I've been looking. I went a little bit crazy on the Facebook comic groups in the last couple of weeks, or last week, should I say, spending money that I didn't have. I specifically asked a particular seller for this particular book that I bought. He said, look, he had to work and he's going away and all this sort of stuff. And I'm like, I want it for before the end of the year because I want to be able to do it as part of my collecting goals video. I want to amend, because I've already released that, but do it as an amendment to that, to say, oh, I got this at the 11th hour, just like what I did last year with my Marvel Spotlight 5. Freaking Aussie Post screwed me. It was supposed to come Monday or Tuesday. The guy sent it out Saturday and now says Friday to Monday. I'm like, things are
closed. So.
He's in Bentley. So we're talking a 45-minute drive away, and it's still taken them more than 3 days to get it
Yeah,
to
but
me.
you know how the post works sometimes. It'll be 45 minutes away, but they'll send it to Sydney first and then back to
Oh, I know. Freaking fucking idiot.
I
Yeah,
do
they
that in
didn't
the
this
States.
time.
Like I'm in Kentucky, so I consider part of. I mailed something to, I think it was JSS Brooklyn. I know you guys know him, and he got some on a claim sale of mine. He lives in Washington D.C., so if you know anything about like the United States, it's over here. It sent it to Phoenix.
Which is like the other way.
It goes to Phoenix first, then it goes all the way back across the country. I don't understand what the post offices do, but you know.
I've mentioned this before. The first package that Mr. Fatstack Rob actually ever sent me. He lives in the Bay Area, so in near San Fran or whatever like that. So there is a major international airport in San Fran and in LA in the same state, and it went across to where Matt lives in Kentucky first, then came back and then went to the international airport and then left to Australia. And I'm like, why? Yeah, exactly. We'll say, oh, sorry, I know Matt's on the present, but I just noticed mod extraordinaire Christina has just joined. Thank you, Christina.
Am I completely wigging out because you guys are like both choppy, so I'm guessing it's me?
Yeah, I haven't noticed you guys are
I
choppy.
haven't noticed anything. So
yeah, I can barely hear.
You're coming across like your audio and your visual is perfectly fine.
Yeah, everything just fixed itself just then. But for a minute, you guys were both, and I was like, "Oh, it must be me if both of you guys are doing it."
Yeah.
I did pick up something else under the wire for my collecting goals this year, by the way. Also, it was a gift from my friend Glenn. It's
first Winter Soldier. I still need that book too.
Steve Epting's going to be at Heroes Con, so hopefully he'll be signing that. And I got this. I've been collecting all these, so I finally got number 1.
I picked mine up at say 3.
Yeah, the Walt Simonson cover, and I'm a big fan of movie adaptations, so he threw in the Blade Runner number 1.
Oh, nice. Out celebrating, but dropping in to say Happy New Year. Stay safe out there, mate. Hopefully you're not anywhere near the city because, I don't know.
I'm being a city guy.
I know, like the dropping of the ball, is it, or whatever in New York is like the main thing sort of thing in the States, but I'm assuming if you live near a major city over there, they would be crazy to have fireworks and be everybody packed in the city. Ours is like that as well. It's just we used to do that like every year a long time ago, and then it just got too much. It's just like there's too many idiots around.
Dude, I remember I think it was the year 2000. It was like late 90s or maybe the Y2K one. And like at Flinders Station, like, you know, the big intersection in front of Flinders Station, cunts are like jumping on cars and shit, mate. I'm like,
yeah,
be around these people.
That's nuts. It's nuts in the city. There's too many idiots around. Get a bit of liquor in them and it's all over. It's becoming too dangerous, and so it's just like
I'm too old. I'm too old to.
I'm too old for this shit.
Yeah, you know what's scary about that though is I'm older than he is, that Danny Glover is, when he said that in that movie, which is kind of. And another odd thing was like Wilford Brimley in the movie Cocoon. He was like 48 years old when he did that movie, and he's playing a senior citizen.
Yeah.
So
people age differently. And I have noticed like the old school Facebook thing, like before, Instagram and Snapchat and Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, and all that sort of stuff sort of, popped up. You used to be able to like, oh, I haven't seen this guy in like 20 years since high school or whatever. Like, I'll add him on Facebook and stuff like that. And you automatically look, as they've had kids or got married or both, they automatically look a hell of a lot older than you. I don't know what it is, but hey, what's going on, Mike? After the idiots, we know what you're around. Yeah, thanks.
Some cards later. They come in.
Thanks, Mike. I love you too. But yeah, it's weird. But it's I sort of wanted to sort of reflect a little bit as well, like do a little bit of a like retrospective sort of stream as well a little bit. Like it's been a bit of an interesting, been a hard year, not for some people, especially for me. Like a lot of personal stuff going on and things like that, and yeah, it's just been a hard year in general. But I think collecting wise, I didn't do as well as I wanted to until I did my collecting goals video, and then I'm like, I actually did a lot better than I thought I did. Like obviously I picked up a lot of books off my wish list. Finished my Tomb of Dracula run, which is a thing I've been trying to do for the last 2 years. I got closer to a lot of other runs and things like that, and yeah, it's even though I've stopped the statues and I've stopped the art, even though I've got enough of that stuff to do another fucking 500 videos, I still love the collecting bug and things like that. But I know, like, Simon and I have talked about this a lot lately. I did say at the start, like, one of the things I wanted to do this year was try to go to more shows, especially seeing that, like, I don't want to go to the big shows anymore because the big shows are pointless for me. The small shows, there are so many small shows, or what we'd classify as a small show, that have happened this year, whether it's comics or cards or gaming or, you know, total collectible sort of stuff. I don't know how this guy gets all the bloody time to do it, because it seems like you're releasing a video every week, just about, going to the amount of shows.
I literally went to an event every week for a couple of months.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, we've got a plethora of you know, content we can do, events we can go to, and all that sort of stuff. But I have noticed the flip and the trend, which I've mentioned quite a few times, is they are starting to get a little bit like the big cons now, where they're going very heavy on the card scene, which is good for the card collectors, don't get me wrong. But it's all the same cards. It's not, you know, a whole heap of people have got Pokemon, but a whole heap of people have got One Piece, but a whole heap of people have got Marvel or DC or sports cards or whatever like that. It's literally nearly all Pokemon or TCG stuff.
I can tell you which card shows you want to go to if you want to get your Marvel cards.
Yeah,
Hobby Hangout was a good one. That had really good variety of cards, and same with the Oz National. There's a lot of different cards there too. They're like the biggest ones though. Oh, there's that one coming up. It's on the same day as the next Yarraville. Card Core. It's at the showgrounds.
Oh god, yeah. I'm not
vending at Yarraville. I'm gonna show up in the morning for a couple of hours and then go to Card Core.
Yeah. So I think so the only problem for me is obviously running out back and having the shows on the same day. That's the hardest thing, is to try and do, and I don't want to be constantly asking Rob or Remy or anybody else to sort of run the shows all the time. You know, I try to want to do it myself. So, and I'm one of those guys, I need to be at the show at the start. I hate I'm going to rock up at, you know, freaking 2 hours left till the show closes sort of thing. But, yeah, I don't know whether I'll change my aspect next year or whatever like that. But I think content-wise, for me personally, like everybody knows, like my videos don't get fuck all views, which I'm fine with. I'm happy with the core group that always sort of check out my videos, whether it be 20 views, 20 to 40, 50 views is my average for most videos, but my con videos do get 100 to 200 usually. So that's good for my channel and stuff like that. But apart from that, I just miss the show scene and things. Even if I'm only spending half an hour there, I still miss that scene a lot. I'd love to be able to go to more shows and things like that. So, like, obviously the one that, like, Simon just did the video on Collector Armor was on a Saturday, so it was perfect. You know, I didn't have to rush.
Was it last week or the week before you did a video of?
It was a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, I did mine like literally the night of the con. Simon does it like a month later. No, it was like.
Well, it's because I had like 4 events that I was catching up on, because there was like 4
exactly. Yeah. What's this? You gonna know? I started watching before I saw you went live. Love me some Nova. I did mention your name 3 times, Mike. Like, I know I mentioned you Warriors 3 times. I was wondering whether you'd see that or not. All right. Jumping on the bandwagon. No,
we need to get both the Simons there. It'd be cool. I have some lofty goals though this year. I think for me, I don't know. I thought I did pretty good this year. I got JoJo issue 1, which I kept talking about that over and over. So I got that one in issue 21.
I actually thought you picked that up this year for some reason.
I did. So I was able to accomplish some of my goals. I got.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's a goal.
And Uncanny X-Men 266 and 133 I got this year. So I did pretty good. I guess. I mean, I didn't get
again.
If we could get everything we want, we would be like in rooms we couldn't move around in, right? Right, Spidey?
Oh yeah.
Hey,
what's going on, Mark? What's going on, Matt? Hope you're doing well, boys. Sorry, Matt, keep going.
Well, you know what I mean. If we could get everything we wanted, there wouldn't be no room to move around in our houses. So, I mean,
if I had everything on display, I would, and that's been the running joke for me for the long time. It's actually with my mum. Mum said that if I ever had everything on display that I own, I'd need a warehouse. And that was the running joke. So, but yeah, no, it's I think your goals mainly this year, Simon, were probably more YouTube goals more than anything else. Because I think you've got a lot of the comic books that you've sort of wanted, like the main.
Well, I think when I made my collecting goals video, it was all like more like run fillers, and I didn't get any Deadly Class books. I think I picked up maybe 2 of the earlier Something's Killing the Children issues, and that's about it.
Yeah, because it was Adventure 12 that you got this year, wasn't it? Or was that last year? I thought it was earlier this year.
No, I think it was last year.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, that was one of your major goals for a while, and then obviously, Bubs helped you accomplish that. So, what's Mike saying? Do you guys notice with your local cons, it kind of becomes repetitive? Planet does good with mixing it up where they can. Names of the guys. Yeah, it does. Like if you watch enough of Simon's videos, like for our scene, like obviously, like as I said, he covers a lot more. Like he covers the card only shows, the collectible type, like the mixture shows, the comic shows, and stuff like that. But you'll see a trend with. There'll be certain guys like that Collector Armor video that Simon just released. Back issue comics, which is Bruce, and Bulldog comics, which is Charlie. They're at night, like any show that can be sold comics at, they're literally at just about. They're always the same guys, but in saying that, they're not every time they're not bringing in the same books. Yeah, a lot of the same books, but they always sort of replenish, restock with new stuff. So maybe the same seller, but it's newer stuff. And you know, Mike, I've spoken to you about trying to buy books over here before. It's the struggles that we go through over here. So if you can get a relationship, even with a seller that you go every show, see every show, and you buy books from every time, if they've got new stuff all the time, you've still got some stuff you can buy. So, and then you build up the rapport and you get bigger and bigger discounts, which I have found over time. So, but yeah, it is getting a bit repetitive, Mike. But as I mentioned as well, like a lot of these so-called collectible cons that are supposed to have comics and games and cards and toys and statues and all that sort of stuff are very, very card heavy over here at the moment, which is annoying because if it's supposed to be a collective con, it shouldn't be card heavy. Like I remember, like the guy said to you, so I mentioned that to Beck. What Stav said, which is the guy that ran that last show, Collector Armor. He goes, "Oh, it's about 55% cards," and I'm like, "No, it was about 80% cards. It was way more than half. It was at least 3/4 of that place was full of cards." So, and bonjour, Jean-Malo.
Good morning.
Matt H. It happens to be like the Ed Brubaker one is my favorite. It's just like a lot of great stuff happened in this run. But also like
I'm gonna step out, Simon. I might be back later.
Right.
Brother.
Yeah.
The JMD.
Guys, if I don't see you, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, buddy.
Simon. The JMD Mateus, I think is his name, right? He wrote on there with when Zek was on Captain America. Is a good run too, though.
Freddie, Cullen. I think that's supposed to be Cully, I think. Kyle Strom, Jason Aaron, Scotty, Wilmwood, Martha will most likely will be there. Oh, nice. Yeah, so yeah, but it's is that the cover, Matt? Because I know that isn't there like there's a variant of it too.
There's a variant that has the instead of the Nazi flag, it's got the Soviet flag.
Okay. Yeah, I knew there were sort of two different versions of that, but
I want to get that one too. I still want to get that one.
I just want. I'm just a cover A guy or whatever, but yeah, that's sort of lower on my list because it's a newer book. I always go for the older books first, but
yeah,
still a gorgeous book to get. But they still ask for like $100 for that fucking book over here.
Really?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I'd pay $20 for it or $30 for it, but I'm not paying $100 for it. I can tell you that right now. I could buy. I wouldn't say a mid-size key over here, but I could buy a low mid, or a really old Silver Age book or something like that. So,
if I see another one, I think that Flatter said I got that one for me for $35. So if I see what I'll pick it up for you one of these days.
Yeah, it's as I said, it's sort of my list is very big and it's lower on the list. So,
speaking of a list, what do you got? What are your goals for this year coming?
I'm still like going through my head with that. What I still Wealth by Night, finishing that fucking run is still going to be on my list because I picked up that one book by absolute fluke. So I only need one of the regular run, and I still need 3 of the giant size. Because when I collect runs, I collect the annuals too, because that is the run to me. So there are 4 giant size books, and I only have one of them. So I only need 4 books for that run. I'd like to put ASM 3. I'm not going to put ASM 1 on that list because that's a snowball's chance. But ASM 3, I think, is still an achievable book. So that'll always be on my list until it happens. Besides those 2, I want to work out what else, because I like to try and focus on at least, for me, 3 or 4 major keys. Like, I'm not talking about an ASM 1 or an AF15 type major, but like this year was Silver Surfer 1. That's a major key for me. Say hello to Wayne.
It is for me, well, mate. That would be a major one for a lot.
Yeah. I have done well, but I'm not a high roller by any means. I usually like to try and pick at least 2 to 3, maybe even 4, like major keys for me, and then try and knock off 2 or 3 runs, or at least get closer to completion of the runs. So that's probably the main goals that I'm sort of looking at for next year. But I just got to narrow it down. What am I close enough to that it's an achievable goal? Even though trying to find books over here is a fucking nightmare. But I think like there are a few runs. Like I know my Marvel Spotlight run, I have most of the major keys. I think I'm only about maybe 8 to 10 books off finishing that. My Marvel Premiere run, I'm probably 15 or 20 books off finishing, and most of them are just the random issues in between all the keys.
Yeah.
My Captain Marvel, the original Captain Marvel run, I think I'm maybe 15 or 20 books off. My Submariner run's pretty close. So there's plenty of runs I could probably chase. It's just trying to narrow down and focus on which one I want to go after first. So
I try to do that too. Like there was a couple of things I was not able to get this year, which is KX at 141 or 142, but I think they'll probably get those by Heroes Con, I think. Then I'm like you though, like the
thanks, Matt.
I got like 4, like I mean, bigger to mid keys I want, which is Conan the Barbarian 1, Iron Fist 14, first Sabretooth, Marvel Premiere 15, which is the first appearance of Iron Fist, and Luke Cage, Hero for Hire, #1. But
yeah,
then I'm going to work on G.I. Joe, Captain America, and X-Men as usual.
yeah.
And I've been kind of dabbling into, I hate to say it, but now I've kind of fell into the Invaders.
Yeah. It's a good run. It was a very hard run for me, but I made it. So if I can do it over here, I did have some help from Rob. Rob did send me some of the bigger issues. He sent me like issue #1 and the king size annual, the last Schomburg cover. So that was a big help. And I think he gave me a couple other run filler things that he had duplicates of. But besides that, that's the run I'm going after. I'm actually quite close with that run. So
awesome! I'm going to get into Miss Marvel too for the Bronze Age.
I don't have much of that run, so it's not high on the priority list. But I'd rather try and just finish stuff.
That's really priority wise, but I don't know. There's something about comic books from the 1970s that I like. So
I've actually gone heavier on the bronze than I did the silver this year, actually. But as I mentioned earlier, the year is not over. I have 1, 2, so either 3 or 4 packages that have been delayed in bloody Australia Post, which is giving me the shits. But it's there's some decent books in there, and one of them is I may have heard me mention my mate Michael before from Sydney. He gives me like a stack of books to pick from, and I did another one of those deals. So there is a big chunk of Strange Tales and Fantastic Four in that box. So I'll do that as another live stream because it's about 40 or 50 books. So that'll be too long a video, even with my rambling. So I'll probably do that as a live stream. So I still have some content that's to do with this year that'll have to be done next year, but I have paid and purchased and sent and whatever before, so I still classify it as this year. But you mated with Michael. Twit. Do you have Silver Surfer issue 3? Yes, I do, Matt. Yes. The only last Silver Surfer volume 1 is fucking hard to get over here. And if you do, or just the run filler issues, there's only like a 17 or 18 book run. It's not a big run at all. They're like $100, $150 over here for non-key issues. It's ridiculous. But the only big book I need, I have 1 and I have 3. They're 2 of the 3 big books. I still need that bloody #4. #4, the Silver Surfer versus Thor cover is a pricey book over here, and that's if you can find it. But that is definitely high on my list, though. Gene, how you going? Sorry, we've been waffling and you've been just sitting there zonked out.
I'm hoping to get my Doctor Strange #1 graded.
Is that the Frank Bruner cover? One with like the orange thing. He's like fighting the serpent.
I don't know. He's like he's like this or something like that. There. It's 1970.
Yeah, there's a lot of covers that were
72 or something like that.
You know the like thing about Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch? A lot of covers where they're like this.
Yeah. they got to do like the spirit fingers and the hex finger things.
I'm not expecting a high grade. I'll be glad if I get a 5. So.
Let me see.
I just want it slabbed. That's all.
So they classify it as volume 2. So, hang on, I'll make myself big so it's a little bit easier. You talk about that book there?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. That's actually, surprisingly enough, I actually have a decent chunk of Doctor Strange books too. I can probably go for that run as well.
That's Steve Ditko?
No, that was Frank Bruner.
Okay, Frank Bruner. Right. Oh,
yeah, very underrated artist. I love his Bronze Age stuff. Did a lot of the Doctor Strange stuff. things like that in the Bronze Age. Yeah, I love his art. Very underrated artist. So, if you haven't, please don't tell me. I know you've been talking about it, but you haven't given up on your Space Ghost, have you?
Yep.
Ah.
Yeah. Even the raw copies are the lowest one I seen was like $250, and that's way too expensive for me.
I will answer this. I will say no, but I don't know what's in Jen's collection. This is high on my list as well. Do you have Doctor Strange's first appearance in Strange Tales 110?
No.
No.
I only have the one book of Doctor Strange. I don't collect mainstream. So. I got this as a gift, so I just want it graded. That's all.
I would love to own that book, even though he's not on the cover. That's high up on my list as well to try and get that book. But I've seen that book once here, like physically once in like 30 years of collecting. I've only seen it once, so that's how rare it is over here.
Need a copy? I'll be back.
All right. But yeah, I'd love to be able to. I'd love to have that book, but yeah, I don't know. Like I've. As I said, like with the books, I know I've always wanted first Hawkeye and first Black Widow as well. I've had many chances to buy first Hawkeye, but I've never had the money at the time. I've never seen it cheaper than about $400 over here. The last time I actually had the money and I knew a guy that was selling one, he'd actually sold it just before I got there, so I missed out on it. Black Widow is a hard book to find over here. I've only seen it a handful of times, and they're always asking like low grade raws for like $800 to $1,000, and I'm like, I know it's not a cheap book, but it's not that kind of price book. So it is what it is, but yeah, we'll get there eventually. As I always say, you got to be an opportunistic buyer over here. So, but. Yeah, it's no, it's going to be an interesting year next year. We'll see how we go with the shows, see how we go with the hunting. I know my work circumstances may be changing, like not new job, but I think they're looking at trying to do another person at work and shorter hours, which means less overtime and stuff like that. So I'm not going to have as much cash. So it's yeah, I don't know. It's all up in the air at the moment. It all depends on sales figures and crap and the usual sort of bottom dollar stuff, but we'll see what happens when and if it happens. But I'll just deal with it like I always do. I'm a stress head and an anxiety guy at the best of times, so just deal with it in the own way. I do retail therapy to try and ease that, and I do have some really good friends in the community that I do talk to and stuff like that have helped me with, mental issues and stuff like that in the past and in recent times. And I'm not going to be naming names or anything like that because that's very private. But yeah, big shout out to who you are, whether you're watching it now, whether you're watching it other times. I'm always there if they ever need me for the same thing or anything else. But
sometimes too, it's not just like have to talk about specific things with people. It's also just being able to talk, like we're doing now or something, or like we do on
the skit, basically.
More, just like talking about comic books, kind of get our mind off of our movies or something.
I see better outlets.
That's true.
Yeah, good. Yeah, that's true, Mark.
And you don't have to worry about going to jail or getting rid of bodies and stuff. So
I might have to go to jail if I end up having to buy. I end up outliving my means, can't pay my credit cards or something like that, or go tax evasion or I got no idea, something like that. But yeah, it won't be for anything bad like that. No. But yeah, no, it's it's going to be interesting year next year. Like I look forward to I also look forward to seeing what happens to like friends of mine in the community as well through my eyes. Like Matt's talking about books that he wants to pick up and things like that. And when you get something that you've always wanted or something that you just picked up recently, you're like, yeah, I just only wanted this now, but I got it. Like that makes me happy as well because other people are happy that I know. Doesn't matter whether I classify you as a brother, as a friend, an acquaintance. If I know you and something good happens to you, then that gives me a shining light at the end of a tunnel sort of thing. So, Spidey displays certain issues when you can keep them stored away. That's what we were talking about earlier, Matt. That this Matt and I were talking about that, like you get so much, you accumulate so much stuff, and then you don't have anywhere to display it. Like I said, like if I was to put all my statues up, frame all my art, and hang them all up, have all my comics on display, or even just some of the big books or my favorite books or whatever, I would need a warehouse. You know, a small one, but I'd need a warehouse. So no, I don't have any of them on display, unfortunately. They're all in short boxes, all, you know, nice and neat and whatever. And the slabs are still slabbed for the moment.
That's my weekend project tomorrow, is to put up my slabs back here.
Well, have you got one of those, like, those strip wall things like a lot of the other guys have got? Oh, nice.
I've had them for about like 2 weeks, so it's just, you know, getting motivated enough to measure out, like, you know, the length I ought to take like a slab, I guess, and see how many, you know, how much it would be in between the two to make sure you can slide them in there. And then I got to figure out how I'm going to display them back there. I don't know. But
yeah, the MadSpidey Museum. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, it's probably because like I have like so many statues, I have so much art that, like, as I said, like if I was literally to put them all on display and frame up all the art and put them all on display, I would need a lot of wall space. So, and a lot of glass cabinets and all that sort of stuff. So
I'm sitting here looking at my CLD app. I got, okay, I mean, I don't know that I've counted everything I got, but I got 1,830 comics. And who's a guess? Who thinks, anybody out there guess my top 5 or 6 most comics I got in my collection from any series?
G.I. Joe, Captain America, X-Men.
Yeah.
Is there a DC in there?
Superman is 6th. Volume 2 of Superman is 6th. Then Marvel Comics Presents is 5th. And Wolverine, I got 4, but G.I. Joe just overtook it by 1 issue. And then I got,
Mark's on the same lines as what I was on.
He's right. But Superman's in there too, Mark. We got Superman and Action Comics and Batman not far behind, and Amazing Spider-Man. So,
well, everybody knows, like I don't know what my second would be, but I definitely know Amazing Spider-Man obviously is the biggest one that I have.
But Mark, I almost got it almost in exact order. Well, it's Captain America with 139.
Hang on, give me a sec.
X-Men's got there you go, 118. You got 110 of G.I. Joe, and Wolverine's 109. DC Marvel Comics Presents.
I don't know. How do you do that? Hang on, let me get into CLZ. Hang on, close that thing for a minute. So how do I arrange it like that?
Filter, I think.
Select folder. No?
I don't know. That's just dumb luck that I got it like this, you know. So
yeah.
I got
in collection for sale.
You go to like all comics, and there's like a number up there.
Yeah, I can see how many I've got like total, but then it's just in alphabetical order.
Well, you can go to up there at the top. There's alphabetical. Yeah, mine just went alphabetical. You switch it. The one to the right, you know, where it says, okay, at the top here, it says A to Z. You see the one with the arrows and the dots right here at the end? Press that.
Yep. Oh, okay. Yeah, that did that. Okay. So, so it's it's gone Amazing Spider-Man Volume 1, Amazing Spider-Man Volume 2, then Spectacular Spider-Man. Have a guess at what my 4th one is, and it's not a Spider-Man. One of your favorite characters.
Captain America?
Not one that you mentioned, though.
Oh. Damn. You put me on the spot. Is it Captain Marvel?
It's Wolverine.
Oh, Wolverine. Okay.
Yeah, Wolverine is number 4, and then Web of Spider-Man is number 5. So, yeah, there you go. Interesting.
I'll tell you what, it was satisfying to get all of Wolverine 1 through 100. I mean, there's not the whole set, but it was kind of satisfying to get 1 through 100 of Wolverine Volume 2.
That's something I probably need to, like, I've mentioned this recently too. Low key, I need to finish my Punisher run. Like, they're classified as Volume 2. Oh, hang on, I'm taking a big. They classified as, I still classify it as volume. It's Volume 1 of the ongoing, but yeah, Volume 2, whatever. Ghost Rider Volume 2 is another one, because literally, like, all these runs that I collected in the 90s, like the Punisher, Ghost Rider, and Wolverine. Wolverine, I'm about, I think, like, it's all the later issues. I have like 1 to, I don't know, 130 something, but I think it went to like 160 or 170. So I need to collect those last issues. The Punisher run, I only need like the last 3 issues, and the Wolverine Volume 2 run, I only need like 2 or 3 random books. So I probably need to just tick them off the list and just get it done. You know, so that'll always give me some sort of sense of accomplishment, sort of thing, I suppose. Because otherwise, I'll be known as the completionist that never completes anything, which I have mentioned many times before.
Well, the Wolverine one's not very expensive, mostly.
It's just trying to find them over here. Like, they're not uncommon. It's only just right time, right place. Just, you know, okay, they're like $3 each or $5 each, because most of our back issues over here start at about $7 or $8 each. So it's not like finding a whole stack in a dollar bin, because there's no such thing as dollar bins over here. You're lucky if you find a $3 or a $4 bin. But most back issues, $7 to $8, it's probably $6 to $8 roughly is probably the main sort of pricing. So, Matt, have you ever sold a book and then immediately wish you had kept it? I've been there a couple of times, even though I know my reason for selling was right.
I sold this one before and regretted it. I sold the whole run of that. I had like 1 through 25, and I sold it. And another one I regret. So I was starting out. Well, I got a lot of my uncle's books. When he passed away, and there was a Planet Comics #1.
No.
Dave Stevens, where the girls are on the like rocket cycle thing. You know, scantily clad, you know, classic Dave Stevens cover. And I sold it. I mean, I got a good price out, but I was like, man, I wish I hadn't sold that. And then, so that's one of the biggest ones. That, and I think I had a copy of Vigilante issue 1 and 9/8. I don't know why I sold that, but especially like I sold it before Peacemaker series really took off with that character. I was like, damn, I should have just kept it. So
if you want to reacquire it now, it's higher price, of course. So. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I'm sort of glad I don't sell anything. Like, I've given away stuff. Like, I've given away books and things like that because, you know, when I streamlined it to Marvel only, I just got rid of all my DC and Independence and all that sort of stuff. I didn't have a lot, but I just gave it away. But my regrets are always not trying to capitalize on something at the time. You know, it's usually for monetary reasons. Like, I always tell the story about I had an opportunity about 5 years before COVID, so probably would have been about 2014, 2015. I got offered a very low grade complete ASM #1 for $2,000. I was literally on like retail, like, you know, $12 an hour, like bugger all sort of money, and I couldn't afford that. And the guy was like, "Oh, I can let you pay it off over a month," and I'm like, "Dude, I'd need like 6 months." You know, at that sort of stage. So I always regret not trying to, you know, go to a friend or go to my folks or girlfriend or something like that. Look, can you just lend me the money and I'll pay you slowly back? I never, because I don't like borrowing money off people. But I should have capitalized on that, because now it's like it's a $10,000 book that I'm never going to probably own. But everybody who collects something has those stories. Everybody does.
they regret not getting something when you know, like you're saying, like, like I passed a deal like that, or just didn't have the money at the time. I don't know, but Glenn, Flatter saying, I don't know how he does. He manages to always find these deals. Like, well, damn, I wish I'd known that. Or like, but he'll tell me something like, "Hey, this guy's got a bunch of G.I. Joe," and I'm like, "Oh, I don't have any money, so I can't really do anything." But I was talking to some people the other day. Do you ever get so close to a run, like where you've got so much of it now? Like, okay, I'm a G.I. Joe. I got 110 issues. Well, I got 2 more today on Whatnot, so it's 112 issues out of 155. And now it's harder to like find them. Like, you know, you'll go somewhere and they'll have some, say, G.I. Joe or whatever it is. And you're like, wait a minute, they got them, but they got everything I already have, you know. So it gets more frustrating the closer you get to when it's like you got like, because I almost got all the way from 1 to like 84. So now it's like, well, a couple like just missing in between, like number 4, number 16. And you're like, oh, you find them, and it gets harder and harder to complete the run.
That's me all day, every day. As I said, this freaking Werewolf by Night run, I just want to finish it. I've been trying it for 2 years. Hardly anybody has them. If you do find them, oh yeah, I've got a stack of them. Every book except for the one you want. And even the run filler issues sold over here, because they're so rare, everybody's asking $30, $40, $50 for run filler issues of that series. It is so frustrating that I've literally a couple of times just bought an odd issue here or there off eBay. Only in Australia, though, I'll never import it because then it ends up becoming the same dollar price as what it would be over here anyway, if I could find it. But I've gotten to that stage where I'm like, I'm just gonna bite the bullet. I've been looking the last couple of weeks, trying to find a seller on eBay in the States that has all 4 books that I need, so I can just do it in one hit and just go, fuck it. I do love the hunt, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I do love the hunt, but it's getting to frustration level now where it's like, I thought I had a shining light. Barbarian Kung Fu said, oh, I have a whole stack. I'll see if I've got the issues you want. And I'm like, oh, maybe I get lucky. But he's like, it's like right at the back of all the boxes. I can't find it, can't get to it, whatever. And something. I'm like, dude, like I appreciate the offer, but yeah, I'm at frustration level where I just want it done.
What numbers do you have? What 4 numbers are left?
So it's, well, as I said, it is 3 out of the 4 giant size. Hang on, where is? That's the only other thing with CLZ is when you do it alphabetically. The giant size werewolf books are not with the werewolf books; they're under G and under W.
Oh yeah.
Morning, Stephanie.
Hey, Steph.
Stephanie.
Almost happy New Year's. Well, it's New Year's for us anyway, but
I was just going
to. Well, New Year's for you guys too. But
yeah, Happy New Year.
Send me a list. I may have a track on. I don't know if you have giant size annual number 4, but I think I know somebody's got that.
Yeah, so I only have 5. So I only have giant size 5. So I need, because there is no 1. There's only 2. Because I think they classify giant size chillers as number 1. So there's 2, 3, 4, and 5. I have number 5 only. So I need 2 to 4 of the giant size, and the only remaining regular issue, I think, is number 10. I think. Where are we? Werewolf by Night. I picked up issue 9, so yeah, it's number 10 of the regular series, and that's all I need. So, but
yeah,
I just want it over and done with.
I found one on mycomicshop.com in a BG for $10.75 American.
Oh wow! See, that's the thing. I'm hesitant to buy off my comic shop. Like, I know a lot of people say it's fantastic, and a lot but it just looks like it's a weird looking thing to me. I wouldn't even know how to start to buy off my comic. It's just a weird layout. It looks very old school. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I probably just have to trial and error it. But I've heard horror stories of people buying from my comic shop from here and taking like 2-3 months to get here.
Well, that down out because it is as international. I think it's an hour and 10 minutes to midnight in Australia, madam.
I'm only going to go till just after midnight, Steph. So I'm only going to go for a couple of hours, or almost at the hour mark. I know I did it, I think, for about 4 hours or something last year, and I just thought, I had a couple of bits and pieces to do, and I did fall asleep. So, that's why I'm onto the coffee at almost midnight. So it's 10 minutes to 11. So another hour and 10 minutes or whatever like that, and then I'll probably run a little bit over, and then I'll end it. So, but you were there last year, Steph. I did remember you being with me last year.
I learned to set the international clock up so I can keep track of all you guys.
Yeah, that's what I've got. Like I've got like New York and LA, so both sides of the states. I've got, I think, like London. I've got Amsterdam. I've got Tokyo. I've got and a few other sort of ones in Europe and things like that of people I talk to and stuff. And then you run out of slots and you have to like chip and change them.
Yep.
But so what are your goals for next year, Gene? Have you got any, or you just like let it come as it comes sort of thing?
So aside from the Doctor Strange, I'd like to get I have 2 blank covers of Space Ghost. I'd like to get one from an artist. I already have an Izzy. I have a what's his name there? Shit. He used the squat sheet. I have a squat sheet comics, a sketch cover. I have an Izzy sketch cover. I'd like to get another artist, another community member artist to do like a Space Ghost, but a Space Ghost that is invisible, so that you only see like white outline.
Oh, I remember you mentioning that. That'd be thank you, brother. You're in a bad enough situation. Like I know you're back on the mend, but you're in a bad enough situation it is, Brandon. You shouldn't be doing that, mate. But yeah, you're gonna make me cry, you bastard. But thank you very much. I greatly appreciate that. Let's go with this one. Thank you, mate.
And boom! Yeah.
Thanks for the super chat, you sexy motherfucker.
And boom!
And Brandon's going to be on my comic interview show on the 13th.
Oh, nice.
And I got Tony.
Typical Aussie, just take it and have fun. It's like $1,000 Australian. Dollary dues, mate. Dollary dues is like I can't coin that phrase. Mark from Legion coined that phrase, but yeah, I still like using it. So yeah, there you go. I'm ready, Matt.
Our friend Old Wolf will be on the 6th of January.
Make sure he's sober at the start of the show.
Well, it's at 7 o'clock. Hopefully he will be.
I've been Tony. I don't know.
It's true.
Well, I'm hoping on Monday the 26th that I have a lot of people, especially in the chat for my birthday. 67 years old. Well, years young.
My birthday will actually fall on an Outback this year, like on the actual. Because I remember last year it was on Outback for you guys, but it already passed for me. So it was on the Saturday, whereas I run the show on the Sunday. But this time it'll actually be on the Sunday. So
yeah, it's a Monday night. I'm going to do it at 7 so that I can at least get some people that are early.
Yeah, he's doing a stream for it. So
yeah, I'm gonna try to keep at least 1 or 2 spots because I have the free version of StreamYard, so I can't do more than 6 at a time, and that includes
yourself.
I'll try to at least leave 1 spot open so that people can rotate on that spot. So
same to you, Dave. I know we've still got just a little over an hour or whatever like that, but I love watching Dave's goals come to fruition through my eyes because he's one of my favorite people in the community. I have a lot of favorite people in the community, but I talk to I laugh and say like he's a high roller and all that sort of stuff. Well, he bought a freaking Superman 1 for fuck's sake. But it's saying that I still like watching because he's got a very eclectic collection, and I do love watching his content. He does fantastic content, and obviously his channel growth in the last 12 or so months has shown that. But I do love watching what he collects because it's all a lot of books that I always wish I had or could own.
I learned too about a lot of his videos because he talks about a lot of British comics I wasn't aware of, or didn't know a lot about like 2000 AD. I mean, I was aware of it. I know it because Judge Dredd's in it, but like I didn't know a lot of the backstory.
Yeah, no, he is definitely a wealth of knowledge. That is for sure. Like if I had to pick like a lineup of people that have like big knowledges, like a very informative show, I think Dave and Mark would be two first people I would probably pick to have the wealth of knowledge, not only of the books and their key elements, but also the history and their storylines and like all those sort of aspects. They would be two of my key guys I would probably ask to be on that kind of show.
And I went down this rabbit hole lately of the as you know, I'm a G.I. Joe super fan. But in Great Britain they were called Action Force.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
A real American hero, right? So
an hour to go, Tate, just over an hour. But yeah, happy New Year to you too, brother. Sorry, Matt, keep going.
I was just saying, and then also the toys were completely different. Like you didn't have a lot of the same. They would change the character names, or there would be different toys over there than the ones that were the G.I. Joe versions in America. The American version is G.I. Joe. And so I kind of went in a rabbit hole that like they had a different name for Cobra Commander and Destro. He had a different paint on his whatever design on his figure. So yeah, it's kind of.
So obviously be a licensing sort of thing. They probably couldn't get the rights to distribute them over there, so they had to sort of change everything or something.
And also the G.I. Joe Real American Hero, they're not going to call it that over there. So
yeah,
because they want to market it to the kids over there. So yeah.
Yeah, I know. We never got the original, like the big figures. I think they were the original ones, were they? The really big ones.
Back in the 60s and the early 70s.
Yeah, we never got those over here. We only sort of started getting the was the 3 1/4, like blister pack type stuff. I think back in probably the late 80s or early 90s is when it really sort of took off over here. It's actually I keep forgetting to tell you. You should actually watch a mate of mine who I grew up with when I'd known him since I was about probably 15 or 16. His cousin, who I'd met probably about a year or 2 years after I met that particular mate of mine, and I became good friends with him as well. I lost a lot of contact with a lot of my friends that I grew up with and stuff like that, but I did actually reconnect with his cousin because actually it was at one of the local comic shows, and didn't realize he actually has a YouTube channel that he only just started about a year ago, but all he talks about is G.I. Joe. That's all he talks about. And he's all a statue and a figure. Not necessarily the comics as such, but he is more of a figure sort of guy and stuff like that. So, actually, I'll see if I can. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it. Where's my subscriptions? Where's the list? Show more. I know if Christina knew it off the top of her head, she'd be lightning on it, but I can't remember the full name. I know it's like Shark Eyes or something like that. Where is it?
There's a guy I'm getting ready to interview in February. I've been watching a lot of content. He does a lot of G.I. Joe content. Here, I'll show you his page here in a minute.
Yeah, so this is the guy I was talking about, Shark Eyes Toy View. So his name's Adam, and yeah, I've known him since I was about like 16. Obviously lost contact for a lot of years, like I did with Simple Simon. I knew Simple Simon when he was a little snot-nosed kid. He's still a snot-nosed guy, but he's just a guy now. He's not a kid. But yeah, I knew him, when he was, because he's 2 or 3 years younger than me or whatever like that. So I was, I probably would have been 15 or 16, and he would have been like 12 or 13.
It's funny because I think I've watched this guy's
content before.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, like literally all it does pretty much is just G.I. Joe.
I got a guy coming on February 3rd. And I'll share this with you. As you see his page, he's called his page Destro is my spirit animal. So
okay.
And
so does he only do G.I. Joe content as well, does he?
Well, he does like G.I. Joe, and he also has like he'll talk about like Master of the Universe and Transformers, Thundercats, Silverhawks.
So he's a very retro sort of guy.
Yeah, like mainly retro, but that's the one I was telling you about, like the Action Force. He tells you about how they changed it, like in England, to Action Force. And but most of it's start out G.I. Joe, but he does a lot of like the Power Lords. I don't know if anybody remembers the Power Lords. I do. But yeah, mainly like ranking the 1989 vehicles of G.I. Joe, and all this stuff. And then he talks about the stuff coming out. He talks about the classified stuff, He also talks about the comic books. He's got like 32,000 subscribers. So
Destro is my spirit animal.
Yeah. I'll put it in the chat if anybody interested in it.
Oh wow, yeah, he is. So he's in Australia, is he? Do you know where?
No, he's not in Australia. I was just saying.
Oh, I thought you said he was Australian.
No, but I know the Australian guy you showed me. I've seen his videos. I was already subscribed to it.
Oh, nice.
No, he's not Australia. I think he's he's on the East Coast.
Oh, okay.
Somewhere in the States. So it's still pretty early for me. It's like 7:03 a.m. So I woke up at
bang. Somebody started early.
I woke up at 4:40 a.m. and I was like, well, I got to go to the bathroom. I got to be up early, and I think Simon's on, so I'll just stay up.
Care, Matt.
Thanks, Matt. Take it easy, brother. Hope you have a good New Year's. Be safe out there.
And everybody there on your New Year's Eves, wherever you're at, don't drink and drive. Get a designated driver or stay home and party, and or call an Uber.
You drink and drive, you might hit a bump and spill your glass. So don't drink and drive.
Yeah, well, there was the a campaign that like has literally run for the longest of time. Was like a drink driving, sort of like government sponsored ad. You can get them on the TV. Don't do drugs, don't do this, don't do that, sort of stuff like that. And it was, if you drink and drive, you're a bloody idiot. So that was like literally the slogan on Australian TV that would be on like all the time. Especially around like Christmas and New Year's and stuff, like when a lot of people would normally drink, they would always have those ads running. So, but yes, be safe out there, people. Don't do anything. I was going to say don't do anything that I wouldn't do, but if you knew me when I was younger, then that would be a lot. But anyway,
we all did that.
Yeah, some people still do. Some people still try to relive their youth.
My 74 Nova knew its way home. Even if I close an eye, and I could still see double. So,
oh God,
you're pretty much sloshed when you close an eye and you still see double there.
Nowadays, I bet like, although you're not supposed to do it, and I don't think you should do it, so don't do it. But like these self-driving cars, I wonder how many people got totally just shit-faced and be like, okay, just drive me home.
Yeah.
But they tell you not to do that. Like, you're supposed to, like, I don't know.
Supposed to supervise.
Some of those Waymos or what they call them, that people get in the taxis. They were like, some of them screw up. Like one of them, there was a standoff with the police where like they had their guns pulled on a guy, like somewhere, I don't know if it was California or somewhere. And the Waymo was driving people around, and it just like drove right in the middle of the crime scene where they're like pointing guns at each other. I'm like, holy crap.
So are they the ones where you're literally just the passenger and it just self-drives?
Yeah.
So we don't have those over here. Well, not yet anyway.
I don't like a lot of that though personally. I
mean, that's like I'm not afraid of techno. Like I call myself a technophobe sometimes because it's more like I'm techno dumb, not technophobe. But stuff like that, like like I know technology is supposed to be there to help us and stuff like that, and blah blah blah, until Skynet takes over and AI and all that sort of shit. But that still worries me because, like, I think over here, if you had a self-drive car and you had an accident, but you were still at the wheel, you would still be held responsible.
Of course.
Because you're still in, because the car, technically, if the car is running and you're in the driver's seat, you're in control of it. So,
And they're notorious for not recognizing certain situations, and the other thing is when I think about these self-driving cars and stuff like that, the one thing that goes through my mind over and over is that scene in 2001: A Space Odyssey when Dave Bowman's like, open the pod bay doors, Hal, and he's like, I'm afraid I can't do that, Dave. That's always that comes to my mind.
That's when you're crossing a bridge and the GPS says turn right.
Don't turn right. Yeah,
no, it says turn right, and you're on a bridge.
No. He did that. The GPS told him to turn right. He goes, no, you got to turn up here. It's a thoroughfare or whatever. And he turns right into the pond. He's like, no, it says turn right here. And he turns right into a pond.
I actually saw a very funny clip on a reel or whatever. Like, it was only a couple of days ago or whatever like that. You could see one of those sort of like bird's eye sort of cameras is probably on like a light pole or something looking at a car park. And you can only see there is one spot available. And there's some lady standing in the middle of the spot waiting for her husband to come and like get the spot. But there's already somebody there.
Yeah.
So somebody's trying to pull in and this one lady's just standing there and he's edging, and she will not move. Like, you literally could have run her over and she would not move. So he just went, oh, screw it. And you could tell that her car was the one next to it. So he literally blocks her, he puts the car in an angle, blocks her car, and locks up the car and just walks away. And then she's like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And then you can see her walk around to her car, grab her phone out. While he's walking away, he activates the self-park, and the car just parks itself. While she walked away from the spot, and I just thought, that's just desserts, that is. Well, you're playing Quest Probe, Jane? Quest Probe? What the hell is Quest Probe?
Well, now I got to Google it because I don't know what that is. Yeah.
It must be some kind of game that you use a GPS with. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never heard of that before.
And no, I don't play. I don't have a car. I don't drive. I'm so happy that I don't drive. Too much traffic. And I was like this close of having road rage when I had my car. That's why I got rid of the car, got rid of the driver's license and everything. So
Spider-Man game.
Oh, okay.
Quest Probe featuring Spider-Man or something.
Marvel Quest Probe from the 80s. Yeah, I'd never actually heard of it, Dave.
Yeah.
I don't know everything about Spider-Man. Obviously, my memory's not as great as what it used to be either, but yeah, I'd never heard of that.
Wait till you get to my age. You do a lot of mental exercises.
I have literally been saying for about the last 2 or 3 years that I reckon I have early signs of dementia because I used to be able to remember so much detail about things, like even like especially about movies. Like some people will be like, you know, oh, have you seen this movie? I know I've seen it, but I don't remember the lines like I remember. I don't remember who directed it. I don't remember who barely starred in it. Like a lot of that stuff is just gone. Whether I've hit my capacity finally and it's just leaking out or what, I got no idea. But yeah.
Like me, I remember my first, our first telephone number when we had the dials.
Oh, I used to have a number. I used to have a memory for, like, obviously, because you don't remember phone numbers. You just click on the person.
Why would my brain latch on to my first phone number?
Because you dialed
completely useless. I don't need it anymore. I mean, I'll never get it again.
I have my mates from like when I was in high school. I still know their number. So many times.
I know I haven't seen the first one or the second one or the third one, Mark. I know that much for sure. But it's like I mentioned to Matt, I think it was last week or whatever. I actually went to the movies for the first time in I don't know how long. And he's like, "Oh, what'd you see?" And I said, "Oh, I got dragged to see the new Anaconda movie." I'm like, I was like, it's more of a see at home type movie or whatever like that. But people are like asking me, "Oh, you know, what about this part and this part?" I've already forgotten the movie. I remember certain parts that obviously were the funny parts, but a lot of the other movie, I'm just like, I don't remember that bit.
Well, like,
and I'm like, I saw it a week ago.
Don't do spoilers. I'm like, look, you could tell me what the ending of the new Avengers movie that's not even out yet is, and I would not remember when it came out. It'd be new to me. Or like, hey, the Supergirl movie ends this way. I'd be like, okay, so, oh no, you didn't ruin my day. But I'm bad with names sometimes. Like, I remember being at Heroes Con and people, I knew them like, okay, you introduce somebody, next time you see them, I'm just like, hey, dude, because I can't remember their name because I don't know.
Mark should know this. When is the last episode of Stranger Things? What day?
Tomorrow.
Today or tomorrow?
Tomorrow. It's New Year's Day.
Oh, okay.
We get it at actually it'll be New Year's Eve, I think, for you guys, because we get it at midday tomorrow, New Year's Day. So you'll get it New Year's Eve.
Okay.
Yes, well, Christina.
Christina.
Hey, Christina.
Happy Australian New Year.
You went and watched Anaconda, but not Avatar. We're living in an upside down. I haven't even seen the first one, Mark. I told you to know that.
You're like talking about the movies and things. Like 2 weeks ago, I can't remember who I was talking to, and I was like, "You remember that redheaded girl that was in the Breakfast Club?" I'm like, what's her name? I can't remember her name. She was in Pretty in Pink, and I sat there for 2 hours and couldn't think of Molly Ringwald. Yeah, I couldn't think of her name. I could Molly something. And there's like Molly Ringwald. I said, how did I forget that? So I don't know. I'm getting old.
Yeah, I can't remember a lot of details like that as well. It's like, and especially like movies that I love and might have seen multiple times. I'm like, I don't remember that part, or I don't remember that actor, or I don't remember that scene, or that music, or I used to have such a brain for that stuff too, but not so much anymore.
I still know a lot, but so every now and then I short circuit.
More of the same, but longer attire. Oh god. So what are your collecting goals, or do you have any collecting goals for next year, Christina, or are you trying to, your collecting goal is to cut back on collecting?
I have a lot of different goals for next year, yes.
Harley Quinn's first appearance.
Sure. No, a lot more realistic stuff. I will be hitting a couple different milestones in my life, and my family will be hitting a couple different milestones in their lives. So we have a lot of changes and things that will be occurring. So kind of trying to deal with those and just kind of changes and going through those things and figuring stuff out. So just, Yeah, and then my collection, I will be changing things up and getting rid of things and making more space for stuff and figuring out what my next stage of my life is going to be. And I'm actually, it's going to be good. It's going to be
Ah.
good and the next stage of where things need to be. So
Nice. So it'd be more life goals than collecting goals you'd be sort of focusing on. Is that what I sort of take away from that?
life goals, but collecting goals on where my collection needs to be and, it needs to downsize, because family is more important than stuff. So.
Well,
Yeah.
if everything goes great with your family, what stuff are you after? Because that's what we want to know.
There you go.
But also shout out to your family. But what kind of shit you want to show your family?
The older I get, my mom, she also instilled in me, of course, experiences is more important than stuff.
Well, tell us what experience you want to have buying something. I don't think you're understanding the question.
I know what you're saying. I mean, yes, it would be nice to have certain things. I mean, of course,
And what are those things?
Black cat at first experience, all these things. Yes, it would be nice, but I would rather see my children have certain things, they succeed in certain things, and make sure some things you have some stuff in your bank account to make sure you're a little more secure with some stuff and some things going on in my family and their health and some stuff. So I need to be a little more practical with some things. So
she's, I'm not trying to speak for Christine, but I know that I know she's got a graduate happening around Heroes Con, so she may or may not be there. I know Rob's in the same deal as well. So yeah, there seems to be quite a few people with children and stuff like that graduating next year. So Heroes might not be as full on as previous years, possibly.
Yep, my son is graduating from high school, and we have some issues going on, health-wise, and some things going on, and I have some stuff going on and some different things, and so we need to figure some stuff out. And so my collection, I need to get rid of some stuff and figure things out. So go from there.
That's the at the end of the day, you do what you need to do, and that's the main thing. So
absolutely. But I know what you're going to do when I say this, but I did go to a new shop, which happened. Here it comes. So go ahead, make me big.
That's what he said.
It's gonna be the last time for the year. Thank God. Okay. So there is a comic book store, a card shop that actually has been around in our town for 30-something years.
That's cool.
And it has gone from different owners. And I used to go there before my children were born. And the original owner was my high school teacher.
Oh.
And I used to buy, per paycheck, I used to buy the original boxes of Pokemon. I would buy tons of like the original boxes like Blue Eyes White Dragon and all these different and not open them. Like the original ones. All these, ones that are expensive, all this crap. But needless to say, the original boxes, I don't have them anymore. For some different reasons. But so I went into the shop where it has transpired and gone to a different location and took my kids in there and we went looking and I found some cards. And this guy, he's like, I have no idea what these cards are. He says, I'll sell you this lot for this certain amount. He's never seen these before. And these happen to be Marvel. So I was like, oh, well, I figured I'm going to be going on Simon's show for New Year's and I'll show these. This one is let's see if you can see it.
Oh.
This one know, light goes.
Doesn't you can sort of see there's some kind of figure there, but you can't really tell. It's just
Yeah, it changes. It moves with him.
It looks like an animation cell almost.
Yes, and I got the Hulk one too.
Yeah, lenticular they call them, I think.
Where he picks up stuff.
They're almost like those slides, photo slides back in the old days.
From a projector.
Yeah.
So I got those, and then he said that some person came in and sold him this old set. But then I kept looking. I said, "Well, what are these?" He says, "Well, these are the other two that I happen to find, but they're not Marvel, but they're two of Xena, Warrior Princess from the show. You can kind of see where she's kind of moving."
Yeah, they don't translate well on. They just look very dark.
Yeah.
You can see the movement a bit, but not the full picture.
And then I got this card.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, it's one of the Marvel medals. Yeah, they're an expensive set, a very expensive set.
So I got that one.
I have
to buy a hobby box of those over here when they were available were about $900.
Yeah, you could put the
I had that series.
Dave said you could put a light behind them, like your phone light behind those ones, and they would probably show up. That's probably a good idea.
Gambit. Yeah, I have that entire set actually. That's Marvel Universe Series 3. Oh, that's Marvel Universe Series 1. I think I have some of that set. Yeah, Series 3 again.
Woman.
It's like, Simon, name the set.
Universe Series 1. Lot of the same series.
Same stuff. Yeah. And then the same box that the person had. Okay, this is going to say my age, but in 1988, I went to this concert, and I actually have a story about this particular singer of this group that I actually, my family actually had a encounter with this person. So this is actually Peter Tork from the Monkees.
Oh yeah.
I actually like the Monkees.
Hey, we're the Monkees.
Yeah, Davy Jones. I mean, I used to watch the Monkees when I was little, but in 1988, my parents took me and my brother to go see the Monkees, and Peter Tork actually came into the auditorium. This is before we went to actually go see the show. And my dad didn't realize that was Peter Tork. And he actually told Peter Tork, he says, "You cannot go into the auditorium. They told us we're not allowed to go in there yet before the show." So my dad's like, "No, you cannot go in there." And so my dad's telling Peter Tork he's not allowed to go in there to the show, and his son that he's not allowed to go in there. So he's having a confrontation with Peter Tork, which is the performer. So it was so much fun. And I'm like, "Dad, you're embarrassing the out of me." Because it's Peter Tork. So,
your dad's a real one.
It was great. And then, of course, Elvis card. Okay. So those ones I got from the shop.
Thank you very much.
Elvis has left the building.
And these were the other. Well, anyway, I don't know. So Cinderella, because that's my favorite. I like her. These are packs.
Oh, nice.
And
Beverly Hillbillies. That's cool. So nice little inexpensive score then for once.
That is movie stars.
Yeah, but one thing you would think this is weird. The guy told me the price, right? And I said, "Nah, I don't think so." I said, "I thought if they were in these bin, I would think they would be this price." And he says, "Well, make me an offer." I said, I don't think I need to make you an offer. I would think those cards would be this price." And he says, "How about this?" And I said, "That sounds better." Because I told him, I said, "I would think those cards would be blah, blah, blah." And he dropped the price that quick by so much because of my knowledge on what I thought those cards would be. He was trying to take advantage of me on jacking those prices up. It was so wrong.
And Christina put her foot down and said, "Back in your box. This is what I'm paying, bitch."
I was like, I don't think so. No.
Oh god.
Don't
Well
belittle
done.
me. I know.
Yeah, I knew market approve. I knew market approve.
Yeah, because my oldest bought some cards, and then I went up there, and they're like, "Mom, he dropped a lot." When you talked to him, I said, "Yeah, don't take advantage of me. No, just because I'm a girl, woman, or whatever you think, and I don't know my knowledge. No. Not going to happen."
I've been around this shit longer than you've been alive.
No.
Was he young or was he old?
We're probably about the same age, and then he's like, "Well, I'm the manager." I said, "I looked at the prices. I know what these other cards are, and you told me where these cards were, and they're just in the box, all shuffled and stuff." No, I'm smart enough to know better. Don't play me.
Oh, that's awesome. Speaking of cards, I bought another box. Like I mentioned earlier in the show that like I'm waiting on a few packages. They've been delayed. The one that was the furthest away was in another state, and that came overnight. All the stuff that was in my own state in the metro area that's only like an hour and a half or 2 hours drive away is everything that's been held back. But I am thinking about doing, obviously well before Matt's stream, I'm thinking about doing another box opening tomorrow on another stream. So trying to rack up my while I'm off and I've got a little bit of time up my sleeve, I am thinking about doing another live stream. So yeah, if anybody wants to hang out, I probably won't have anybody guest wise, but if you want to hang out in the chat and whatever, I would greatly appreciate that. So
Simon, you might know which Marvel this is. I was supporting a friend of mine's live stream on Whatnot, and she had a co-host come on, and she was able to pick up some rare Marvel pack of cards, and she was doing an auction with all this stuff, and I ended up buying the pack of Marvel pack that she had, and she said it's an art series, and on the pack it has Captain Marvel on the front, and it has all these other people on it, and she said I think she said it has 9 cards in it, but it's an artist series pack.
Artist series. Actually, Dave's is like a lot better knowledge than I have, but
it's an older pack. I'm only
diving back into it, but
and so she only was able to get her hands on it. Was an older pack, and there was only one pack, and people were bidding on it, but I ended up winning it, so it's on the way to me, and so I'll open it when I get it. But I was like, it's an artist Marvel pack, but I know on the front of the pack in the middle was Captain Marvel, so I don't know what pack it is.
It's not ringing a bell. Dave might know, as I mentioned, but are you there, Steph? I can see a blank screen, but
yeah. Oh. I don't know why you're seeing a blank screen. Everything's been on my part. I'll try to do this and this again. Wow.
Hey, Steph.
Hey.
We can hear you all right. It's just a black screen. So
strange. Okay.
It took an hour to get.
We see a big S, so that's not bad. That's a. Oh, there he is.
I just have to press it a couple times, I guess. Hey.
You look so beautiful.
No, I just woke up like this.
Dressed to kill.
She just wakes up like that naturally. So.
That's why she asked for the link an hour ago.
Yep. I put in a lot of work to look like this in the mornings. So, this is the money maker, All right.
How are you guys doing? Happy New Year's, everybody.
Almost.
Australian New Year's.
31 minutes to go.
31 minutes to go. Christina, what are your New Year's resolutions, or do you have any? Or did I just listen to them actually while I was getting ready? I think I did.
Hopefully that just...
It's a whole new year. It's a whole new start.
A whole new year, and try to get out of my head more, and go for things more. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the year I'm going to take over the world.
You know, like you need to take chances and get out there and do stuff. You know, because time is precious and limited.
So do
And
you
try
have
not
any?
to bother me as much.
Yes. Because if you worry about something, it's not going to change a damn thing.
Yeah, that's true. My resolution is to try to keep on keeping on and get back to the Westin in downtown Charlotte. So I would start saving money right now so me and Mark can eat breakfast at the Westin. I know he'd like that.
Do you have any? Well, we'll talk about collecting goals. Like, do you have any actual collecting goals this year, Steph, or anything that you're sort of looking for? Or
I'm not really looking for anything in terms of collecting. I'll probably just be looking for like a cosplay, like a new cosplay to acquire. You know, in terms
any
of
kind of other goals, because obviously like a lot of us are big comic collectors or other collecting. Not everybody's a big collector in certain ways.
Right.
But any other sort of goals that you would like to try and achieve this year, whether it be work or personal or anything that you'd like to share?
Yes, I would like to work out every day again.
So hit the gym again, in other words.
Or the Peloton or something.
So fitness goals. That's always good.
Yeah, being very healthy. The healthiest I could possibly be is my goal for 2006.
You know what? That's one of my goals too. Is not collecting. Is to get, you know what I mean? Because I'm not getting any younger.
Yeah.
And I'm not getting any less disabled. The older you get, when you got muscular dystrophy, the more disabled you get. So you got to do something about it.
You got to take care of yourself. You don't see a lot of older 90-year-olds who are in really terrible, physical shape. You know.
It's true.
I'd like to eat healthier. So from now on, I'm going to start eating marijuana.
Excellent choice.
There you go.
I approve of your greens.
Well, it's green.
Right. So he's eating his
green. Normally, I smoke weed. I don't eat weed, but
like eating a salad, I guess.
You can make like kale chips in the oven and roast it, and then come out really crispy.
You can make butter with it and cook in.
Yeah. Well, I have this video that I got. It was like an old video that these guys did. Two guys did. Their names were Hans and Hans, and it was called Cooking with Marijuana. My God, they made everything. They even made a chicken pot pie.
Oh God!
Nothing is safe.
I will also mention this channel does not endorse the using or talking of drugs in any case. It is an illegal substance over here in our country, so we do not endorse any of that sort of use. But the views of me on my channel do not reflect anybody else.
And
what is that?
Over here.
Hey, Mark. Hey, Mark. Look. There you go.
Don't encourage him, please.
I collect Disney pins, all different those type of pins. So those just happen to be part of my pins that I'm working on because I did the Tron ride with my youngest, so they're going on my pin board. So they just happen to be here.
I always wanted those. I think they come out of Disneyland, Disney World, Disney Shop, Disney something. I know I think they were fairly limited. I remember Tyler actually, he showed them years ago. They're like little sort of metal comic books of like Marvel comics and stuff like that. That were pins that were sold, I think, at Disneyland or something like that. I never really actively.
I think that he participated in a pre-sale online, like a limited thing. I don't know if you got to be a Disney member of something, but I don't think he went to the parks to get them. But they were crazy. They actually opened up and everything, and they were nice.
Yeah, I remember those. I'm like, I never actively hunted them, but yeah, if I ever found them, I do have a small collection of pins. But yeah, I've always wanted. Ever since Tyler showed them, they were awesome. I'd love to get them, but yeah, low on the priority list. I have a lot of other things. But yeah, no, it's. I know quite a few people actually collect pins. So yeah, it's a cool little. It can actually be an expensive hobby. Surprisingly, a lot of people are like, oh no, pins are like $2, $5, $10. Some of them can be pretty pricey. I'm pretty sure Christina could probably tell us stories. So that she just said she collects pins, but yeah.
Speaking of Christina, Simon, instead of chastising her for showing off those amazing pins, have you thought about watching the Tron movie so you can share in our excitement?
I need that clip that Remy has. The how about no? I've seen the original. More than I can say for Avatar.
I will see the third one. I've seen the first one, the second one. Second one's pretty cool.
I want to see the third one.
I watched all three, and the third one is pretty cool.
See, yeah.
Yeah, don't believe me in my bias. Just ask Gene, ask Bleeker. Bleeker saw it. He said he immediately returned it back on and watched it a second time.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's a rewatchable. No worries. Special effects
How
are really.
How long is it, Mark?
Too long.
Which one, Tron or Avatar? Bleeker watched Tron. Avatar's 3 hours and 15 minutes. Woo! And for the record, the second time I went and saw it again Monday because I wanted to take the kids with us this time. They'll typically fall asleep in like the last 20, 30 minutes of a longer movie. I don't mean a 3 hour movie like Tron, Ares, Monkey fell asleep. Even the kids' movies that are 90 minutes, they might doze off here or there. Both of them, after I got off work, we went at night, but both of them stayed locked in and was awake for the entire Avatar 3. Like, it was very engaging even for a kid.
So this just shows you one of them I worked on. This just shows you like Disney.
That is cool.
Nice.
Kind of like, because like Goofy's my favorite Disney character, so it shows like different things with Goofy. All different Goofy pins.
That is.
But
cool.
I have my Marvel pins over there.
Very, very cool.
What about you, Simon? And where's the rest of the Aussie crew? I would imagine they would be here since it's.
They're all out. They're all out thinking they're young and partying and stuff. Whereas I had the other Simon was on at the start, but he said he may come back. I don't know whether he will or not, but
they got the priorities screwed up apparently.
Yeah, they're all going out for dinner and having a social life, whereas I'm just being an old man and staying at home, and
Dude, I'm with you, Simon. When I get off work, I'm going straight home. If you saw my Instagram yesterday, me and Finn went on an adventure versus my wife and Monkey's adventure.
Oh, the shoe shopping.
Say what?
The shoe shopping.
Well, there's like numerous posts, but I've shared them along the way. But me and Finn, we hit up the fireworks stand. So when I get off work, it's just home. We're gonna eat, maybe watch Stranger Things tonight, maybe not, but we're just blowing a bunch of stuff up, man, at home.
And how qualified are you, Mark, to be blowing stuff up?
Say again.
How qualified are you to blow stuff up?
I'm very qualified.
Do you have a fire extinguisher?
I'm very qualified. I own a lot of lighters. That makes me very qualified.
If it's anything like the laws in Kentucky for fireworks in Georgia, I'm pretty sure it's about the same. You don't have to be trained in anything. You just blow anything up. I don't care.
Matt, we're born trained.
That's right.
In Arizona, it's iffy if we get fireworks or not because it's so dry and hot. But I remember I bought a bunch of fireworks and I was gonna have my ex at the time set them off. And my mom was visiting and she was like, Stephanie, you be careful. Oh my God, with those fireworks. I'm like, you be careful now. And I'm like, Mom, if there's anyone qualified to set off fireworks, it's an EOD guy, Like it's a bomb explosive technician. Like I'm pretty safe, I feel.
Those are the guys that wear the shirts on the back of the shirt. It says, I'm EOD. If you see me running, try to keep up.
I keep up. And there's also an EOD shirt that says EOD. Because firefighters need heroes too. They're like that.
Yeah, it's a good plot though. If you do see one of those guys running, you better try to keep up.
You know.
Because there's something going on.
And yes, once again, the illegal use of fireworks is not endorsed by this thing, because fireworks are illegal over here unless you're a trained technician. So yeah, have
All
fun
the
with
Americans and all you.
all your illegal acts. I don't know.
All the American pirates.
I'm waiting for Mark to go. No, it's called freedom.
Can you imagine your country? Can you imagine that your country thinks you are so incompetent that they have to outlaw fireworks from you? That's hilarious.
You know what's even more ironic? The only state that they're legal in is where our Capitol building is. So it's like saying the whole country of America, they're illegal, but in Washington, D.C., they're legal. That's literally what it's like over here. So that's how stupid it is and ironic.
I'm really impressed you knew what our capital was, because most of us Americans didn't even know that y'all had one, much less the name of it.
There's a funny guy, there's a funny Aussie guy, like you think I've got an Australian accent, this guy's like full outback, like Aussie sort of accent. His name's Steve Turnbull. He does a lot of reels, and it's usually in response to a lot of Americans asking questions of like, oh, why do Australians have this, or where is Australia? Like, and he makes them all funny. He actually he responded to a guy that was over here, and he kept saying, why is your capital state called ACT? And he didn't even know that, like, and he was in the state at the time, and it's like, it stands for Australian Capital Territory, but he just kept calling it ACT, and I'm just like, this guy's an absolute muppet. But anyway, you have to see the reel to get the joke, but yeah.
I know here in America, we like to do in Arizona, at midnight, we like to all go outside and look into the air and just
Claim.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That is cool. Claim.
Mm-hmm. Now, this one I just think is hilarious. I love this one because I love Cinderella's my favorite princess. So I had to pick this one up. Check this one out.
Oh, cute.
That doesn't look anything like Cinderella.
I know, but I was like, oh my gosh. And then then this is the other one that came with it.
Oh, that is cool.
Nice.
But like I said, I have so many just fun. I mean, so like I said, I go into these different ones when you have to find.
Hey, there's a Hulk fist.
Mm-hmm. And then they have pumpkins. They're mystery pumpkin ones where you have to figure out.
Shazam?
Yeah, that's Shazam. And you never know which ones you're going to get in the pumpkin set. So they have all different ones that come out.
That is cool.
And then I gave Lady Fantastic and Stephanie this one. So
correct.
I gave them those. And then...
Oh, that's cool. I like that one. Fantastic Four.
Of course, I have to get my...
That one's definitely staying in the collection.
Avengers.
And then I guess this is X-Men.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the belt buckle.
And then they had tons of different Marvel, because just the name, but then each one had different, like Silent. Who would be Silent?
Silent.
Person that doesn't.
Black Bolt. Black Bolt.
Oh yeah, Black Bolt. Yeah.
All our Marvel stands. What the fuck?
You're pissing Mark off now, Christina. I'm sorry.
No, I am. But that's what I do.
Just Simon. It's only Simon.
There we go.
Then they have Rage. There's another one.
I think that Marvel insignia will make a great tattoo on somebody, you know, they're really into comics with the red background.
Then they have shirts that you can buy with all the different people on it. But of course, you know me, I'm just getting my She-Hulk ones, the Hulk stuff.
Nice.
I know you, and I did not know that.
Oh, yeah. But I can't find like Mary Jane stuff.
How many years? How many years is this collection? Like, how long have you been at it? Because this is pretty impressive, to be honest with you.
I actually started every 5 years. I take my kids to Disney World. That's like my trip I do with them. So I go in there, and it's really fun, trading pins and stuff. But I've been really getting into it, you know, heavily the last year or so. You know, going online and doing this stuff. But I've been doing it for a long time. I've liked pins ever since I was little. I've really liked pins. I've collected, for a long time. But
Very
this
cool.
Marvel stuff has been since I've gotten with you people, you comic people.
So you're saying it's all our fault.
It's all our fault. It's true.
Us delinquents.
Hey, Stephanie, check your Instagram.
Yeah.
I sent you.
You know, my friends. My friend people.
Yeah, the nerdy delinquents.
The bad influence friends.
Yeah.
At least we didn't encourage you to buy drugs.
Well, I don't need any encouragement.
That's what I always say anyway. Be like, you spent too much money on comics. At least I wasn't buying illegal drugs.
Yeah. But, I mean, my table is full of Goofy movie and ducks.
About 13 minutes.
Tons of stuff. Hocus Pocus. Oh, gosh.
So I'm trying to multitask here. I'm trying to make a coffee at the same time. I suppose I can unmute now because it's not boiling anymore.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Nope, that was a big bang.
This shows you, not to make it big, but this shows you the other pumpkins, kind of like they had. So I do have the She-Hulk one. I mean, the Hulk one. But I did think the Thanos one that they have, which is really cool, that's out. This one. He's holding an ice cream cone that even has it on it.
Shit.
Exactly.
I dropped the milk. But it was I closed it though. Oh, that's cool. I like it a lot.
Oh, and then you know how you have. I have to get these weird. This red person here. You know, it's on a building. Whoever this is, can't remember his name.
You heathen.
And then, of course, I do have ones of a Green Goblin and other red people.
All right, how am I going to do this? How am I going to open the door with a coffee and the laptop in my hand? With great difficulty. This is going to go all kinds of wrong.
Matt, see? Look. Aw. That's a heart.
I don't think he's paying. Ah, there we go.
I was muted. I didn't know I was muted. Hey, Stephanie, check your Instagram. I sent you something. I made a video.
Oh, okay.
That's a Green Goblin one. Can you see the Green Goblin one?
It's kind of like the one I said the other day.
Okay.
Yeah, little bit hard to say. Probably
Yeah,
just in the plastic.
No, that's not mute here.
Oh. Oh, that is cool. Yeah, you got some bloody awesome ones.
Oh, you say that like you're doubt.
No.
Yeah. Oh, here's the. So that shows you the Hulk pumpkin.
Cool.
So.
Where are we?
Hey, Simon,
I love that.
I'm going to send it to Simon and Christina. What I just.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
I've been messing around with cap cuts. I think I sent one to Mark the other day. He probably Mark's like, somebody needs to take his phone away from him.
I like the Hulk one you did the other day, Matt. That was really cute.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. There's like these, because you can get on CapCut and they have these templates, and you can just like, and that one's different because you can use the AI thing, to make it look like I was beating the Hulk up. But
can you make me? I want to show up a couple of things for that I've kept that I've gotten over the year. Simon. Thanks.
Sorry, I was multitasking again.
Here's a Lady Death original art I got from Randy Snake.
Oh, very nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Good
quality. So I have to show that off. Here's a picture that Joe Orsuck did of me as Lucy.
I like that.
It's quite ironic. Quite ironic that my cat's name is Lucy.
I wanted to. Got this nice.
Oh, shiny.
Yeah, shiny.
Holy goodness.
Shiny. Beautiful DNA.
Nice. Negative
Is that a print or an original?
That's a print, my friend. Yes. I have this is what I really love so much.
Nice.
Also by Nakayama. I love this. Yeah. It looks like a magazine. I love that look.
Yeah, it looks like a Vanity Fair cover or something.
It does, doesn't it? And then the last day, Christine and I were cosplaying. She was Harley Quinn, and I was Poison Ivy. And I went over to a stand. It's the last day, so everyone wants to get rid of their stuff. Jamie, somebody, and I was looking at his stuff, and he has got a lot of magazine type of stuff too. And I was
Jamie Tyndall.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
And I was like, oh my gosh, I love your stuff. And I was like, how expensive is the metal ones? And he's like, $30. And I'm like, I'll take a paper one for $20. Thank you. So he gave me the paper one, and it's all floppy. And I'm like, is there some way you could get something to brace this? Because I got to walk around, with it. So he takes it and he dips under his stand. He comes back up and he hands it to me. He's like, I gave you something else too on the back. Right? So this is what I bought for $20.
Right? Gorgeous.
It's gorgeous. Kind of Campbell-esque, I find. And then he's like, I found one. He found the last Poison Ivy he sold out of.
Oh.
Metal one. And he just gave it to me.
Galder.
You should have seen her face. It was, she was blown away. It was amazing. It was so sweet of him.
My Barbara.
Very, very cool.
Yeah, that's all I got. Oh no, I have a couple other things I just want to show off.
Oh, a couple other things.
I have been getting rid of most of my comics that I've had, but I do keep on. There's some hard to get out of my hands, and one is Vampirilla. This color one.
Oh, watch out! Jane's gonna want it.
Because I use this for reference to draw covers. I love it. I think it's so wonderful. That's beautiful. And then I gotta say, I can't get rid of this one either because it's a work of art.
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
By Middleton. And then speaking of Middleton, here's the last one. Another work of art.
That's nice.
That's a good one.
I like the previous one better than that one, but it's still gorgeous.
I like her face for some reason. She has a nice face.
Mm-hmm.
She has like the little Cleopatra nose.
She's very noble looking. Yeah.
Were you quoting Hannibal Lecter just then, Gene?
No.
Sounded like it. I'm just kidding.
You
Yeah.
watch too many movies there, Mark.
Or does he watch not enough?
I would argue y'all just don't watch enough.
Oh, well,
I
okay.
watch a lot of movies, Mark.
Hey,
Gene,
Glenn.
I'll give you credit, Gene. You get him in. You watch him.
I watch a lot of old movies.
I haven't watched Anaconda yet, and
I'll watch that one when that comes out on physical media. I'm just going to buy it blind and watch it. I've got all the other 4 of them. I think the comedy remake is a good idea.
Hey, Mark, check out my plate.
Oh, hang on. I have to get
Matt, I'm like 98% sure I have that same plate. I've got like a whole serving, like the little serving trays. You put like the dressing in the middle and the fruit or the meats around and all that stuff. I got a whole set.
Yeah, we got all these for like cooking out, you know.
Hey, what happened
We
there?
got 4 minutes.
What?
4 minutes till Australia New Year's.
I hate how it always says Sydney, though. That annoys me.
Mine
Screw
says-
those guys.
Mine says Melbourne.
It's all East Coast. Say we're East Coast people here too.
Okay, we got the East Coast, the West Coast on.
That's cold.
It's only because there's like only one major city in the West Coast.
So there's like a lot in the Outback. It's just like a lot
Just
of
nothing,
empty
just
stuff.
nothingness.
Yeah, just open spaces.
Yeah, literally, like if you look at a map of Australia, it's literally all around the coast is all the
Yeah.
major population. So, happy New Year to you too.
Yeah, I'm with you, Taylor.
Hey, Taylor.
Yeah, it wasn't the greatest of years, but you know,
Yeah,
we're getting through it.
It was
Anyone doing a New Year's Eve on
Yeah, Matt
on
is.
our side of the planet?
Matt
yeah,
is.
9 o'clock.
Okay. Well, make sure to send me the link there, Matt.
I will. Don't worry, I won't forget you, brother. You know what? There was some ups and downs this last year. Definitely the highlight was meeting Dave and Taylor and Christina and Stephanie and Mark, Legion of Comics, and Rob and all those guys and gals. So at least there was one highlight, I can't point to much else, but I mean, and I don't know. I met all you people, so Happy New Year ahead of time.
Oh man, that was so sweet.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It was great meeting you too, all of you.
Thanks for being my friend, man.
Thanks for
One
being
day.
my friend, all you guys, especially it's all.
We love you, brother.
Yeah.
I love all my comic book friends, all of them.
Even you, T-Dubs, even though you're a grumpy old bastard, we still love you.
Yeah.
It's not true. Speak for yourself.
It's just his persona. Alter ego. He's like the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde of comic books.
Yeah, I wonder if we're actually going to be able to see anything this time.
13, 14. Oh my gosh.
It's almost there.
40 seconds.
All right. I'm just happy my New Year's resolutions aren't going to count until America's New Year's.
Yeah, there you go.
All of you except one.
Okay.
Hey, Taylor.
Okay, we're getting close.
20 seconds.
All right, let's see.
Count it down and get to 10. 10,
10, 9,
8,
8,
7,
7, 6,
5, 4,
3,
2,
2,
1.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Australia.
So far, the highlight of my 2026 is definitely all of y'all counting down at different times.
Hey, we
Happy
even
New
got
Year,
fireworks.
Australia!
There you go.
Yeah, we got fireworks. Hey.
Beautiful. I don't even have to go see them now, you know, because now I'm seeing them here.
And it must be very close because it's very loud. Oh, is that all? Come on, you piss weak bastards. That's piss weak. Oh, I got some at least, so.
That was
Yeah,
awesome.
well, hey.
Hey, you're starting 26 off with a bang.
Yeah.
Oh,
I hope everybody gets what they want for 2026. And I hope everybody
somebody's letting off illegal ones, I think.
gets,
I just want to make
Keeps
it to
healthy.
2027, really, you know.
keeps
my
healthy. Don't drink and drive. If you might get
right above it.
Spill your glass. So
Oh!
there we go. We got more.
Oh,
Well, we
no,
had
stop.
more.
Literally, I reckon that was like the house behind.
Yeah, another cheapskate.
Almost.
There you go.
Oh.
I hear him. I can't see him though.
Oh, we've got more.
Yeah, a little bit of the same around the same area. But the ones that just went off, like it literally was like, I reckon it was the house behind. So
There you
that
go.
would have been the legal fireworks.
Right there. You can see it right over your shoulder.
This guy spent a little money there.
No, you can still hear that little bit of popping, but they're not as high anymore. My goal is to get a shinier shirt than Stephanie.
I know you're just jealous, Taylor, that you can't pull this off. So
Yeah, we'd like to see you in a shiny dress as well, Taylor. We wouldn't really, but yeah.
oh.
2026.
In Madison, Wisconsin, they have something called July 5th, which they have rhythm and booms, and they set fireworks off. You turn on your channel, and they set them off to the music, right? And that particular year, I was watching. It was the Beatles was the theme, and every time they said like "Can't believe in love" or something, all you need is love. They'd have like little heart fireworks that would go and everything. It was so cool.
Oh, every time I come out here, then they stop. God damn it. Oh, well.
And right now, we are experiencing time travel. For those of us on the East Coast, we're experiencing time travel with New Year's Eve being early for us.
Yeah, well, there's only one.
Like that, yes.
There's only one or two countries ahead of us. New Zealand, I know, is the first country to go into New Year's. They did it about 2 hours ago. Then I think there's a few little island countries in between, and then it's us, and then everybody else after that sort of thing. So,
but you're on one of the first rounds of ones that bring the New Year in, though.
I literally woke up and then I saw saw you guys on YouTube, and I said, "Whoa! There must be a link somewhere."
Yeah.
So,
yeah, there we go. New Year's is a go. I'm going to go to bed soon, and I'm going to set up for another stream tomorrow. So, thank you guys for joining me. I know it's early for everybody there because you're not as wide as Eastern, are you, Steph? You're like, what is it, Mountain or something? I think Arizona, or
we don't change time zones, so because we're perfect and we got it figured out. You know, you don't have to.
I'll leave that one well alone.
I was up anyway, so I got to go do a couple of things out and about today. So I got to go to the comic shop, go to the doctor's office for a checkup. So
I haven't gone to bed yet.
And I'll go.
I think I'll just hang out here for the next 12 hours.
Yeah, I won't. I I won't be hanging around for the next 12 hours. I'll hang around for like the next maybe 20 minutes. But I'll see people on Matt's stream though. I should be around for that. So
Okay. I'll send you the link. I'll send all of you the link if you want to drop by.
I will do my best to be up.
Are any of y'all going to watch the finale to Stranger Things tonight?
I haven't even watched the first.
as long as it doesn't crash.
As soon as it's available, I'm watching it because they pissed me off with the last 3 episodes. So
I haven't even watched season 4 yet.
You just wanted more in them, or what pissed you off?
I don't know. It's just that it's always every time you think, hey, they're gonna close the bookend, and all of a sudden they invent a new one open. Fuck you bastards.
I expected them to close the book in tonight in the finale.
Yeah, at least it's 2 hours, so they should be able to like really close.
Yeah, we got a lot of cool stuff in the last 3 episodes. You know, they explained what the Upside Down was. They identified, named, and explained what Dimension X was and gave it its actual name. They gave us the center of the Upside Down, which could possibly be used to close it for good. They showed us that Will can get inside Vecna's mind, so they set up the final 1v1 with that. They, they all are doing their classical armor up and ride into battle scene like that we do in almost every season. So it literally did everything right, and people just bitched and complained because it didn't have a major pin drop moment like episode 4 when they revealed Will had powers. Everyone was praising this season because the way episode 4 ended, and because we didn't get another episode 4 moment, which we shouldn't because this wasn't the finale. Everyone's like, it wasn't enough. I don't get it.
They wanted somebody to die. Everybody was predicting a major character was going to die, and it may still happen in the last episode or may not.
Yeah.
But I think that's what everybody was expecting to happen.
Why would they kill off a major character and decide to release it on Christmas Day? People would be even more mad if they did that, in all sincerity.
Yeah.
And see that they released the first half of the season in Volume 1, and they released some of the second half in Volume 2. Like the whole mid-season finale is what had everyone so peaked. So the equivalent of that will be the season finale, which will be even bigger.
I just hope that they rip that bastard, whatever it is there. What's his name there with the glasses? That it's all roots. He's all roots there. I hope they rip that guy to pieces. And I mean rip him to pieces.
It was cool watching Will control him and twist and break his leg so that Matt can run away. That was awesome.
I want him to do more this time.
Rip his dick off.
Yeah, come on. Rip his legs off, throw him everywhere.
Twist his dick. I'm in. I
was gonna catch up on Stranger Things, but since Mark's here, I'm
shove
not.
His head up his own ass.
Only spoilers.
Exactly. Stuff his head up his ass and twist his dick off.
Yeah, there you go.
Anytime anybody ever says that,
Possible?
These things on this channel.
Yeah, have him fart.
I didn't say use it with fireworks. Yeah, don't do it with fireworks.
And don't be smoking marijuana when you do it either.
Yeah, exactly.
The end is in there, so come on.
If anybody has ever seen a very D-grade horror movie called Wishmaster, if they've ever seen the second Wishmaster, anytime somebody says, I want him to shove his head up his own ass, then you'll know exactly what I'm referring to.
Show me wonders.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's...
I'm looking for a comic. I'm looking for some comic books.
Yes. There we go.
Did you look up your own ass for him?
Mark.
I'm just following the conversation here.
Come on, there's a line. Come on.
Okay.
I'm just following the conversation.
This is called Radical. Okay. I don't know if you guys know who Radical is, but it's something that is important to my nephews and I. And I have.
Is this something new?
No. This is something that they've known since they were little. And I was able to find 2 sets, but I have 3 nephews. So I wanted to get them each a set. So I'm looking to find another set. I don't think there's any more than these 3. But I'm trying to find more Radical. So if anyone knows any more Radiskull,
Serious question. Have you looked on my comic shop yet?
I think so. I went somewhere.
That's like the first. That's the first website I would always recommend, despite Simon being incompetent.
So
That's not a judge of anything, of course. That's just me. I've never even heard of that comic book before, actually.
yeah, but it was a little cartoon with a cute song that my nephews and I, my brother and I, would look at. So cute, and I didn't realize
Was
it
it
was
just a comic, or was it? It was a TV. It's a TV show.
We didn't realize the TV show was like a little song that we would listen to, and they would sing it back and forth on this computer. And then we found out this year that there was a comic book, and I was able to locate 2 sets.
They got,
And I said,
they got a copy of the.
They have a bunch on eBay, but they're all
All they
individual.
have on there though. They don't have the other 2. There's only
so
3.
I'm
Of them.
trying to find if there's more, because I got 2 of each of these, but I need 3. I want 3 complete sets.
Well, you have them individually on eBay. I know that much. I just checked. So
Yeah.
I've got these, and then
There's only one of them on my comic shop.
and this I picked up this Jenny Frizen, which I didn't know that she did this in the older one, so I'm just gonna show it. This was a Jenny, which
That's dope.
That's
It's
cool.
cool how we find these popular artists' early work, and it always kind of impresses more than their new stuff.
Yeah. She did one for Voltron back in the day too. That's pretty awesome.
That's very nice.
That's it.
Well, I can show off this prescription diet food sensitive bag of dog food. It's Hammond Hills. You have to have a prescription to get it. So talk
And how
to
many
your vet.
pounds is it? How many pounds?
That's 25-pound bags.
No, I want to say how good you are. How many kilos is that?
Nobody knows. It's 11.3, Simon.
that's not my flavor, so
Oh God.
I'll pass.
Oh boy.
Mark, what do you do with all the extra dog hair?
With the extra what?
Dog hair.
You mean like when I'm doing haircuts? About 95% of the time, just throw it away. In this trash can right here.
You could make pillows.
I have a couple of customers that will request to save the hair.
No.
And in that case, yeah. And I've joked for years, like I need to start a pillow business. And like, cause you know a feather pillow, because some of these dogs have like ridiculously soft hair, and like when you haircut them, I'm bathing them too, so it's super clean, cleaner than there's duck feathers in pillows.
Right.
So if you save them, you can stuff a pillow and start selling pillows with customers' dog hair and call it Forever Pillows. So you can keep your animal forever. Yeah, throw one nail clipping in there. Exactly.
I think you can make puffer jackets. You can make down blankets, except with dog fur.
Start making toupees for Simon.
I mean, you're recycling. People would get behind that.
Thanks.
Yeah, and you can make some without washing it, so they remember the smell when he comes in after rain.
Yeah, most of the time they bring us in so they don't have to remember the smell.
Exactly.
Perfect. Looks like he doesn't need anything.
Huh?
What'd you say, Christina?
I said Simon looks like he's perfect. Looks like he doesn't need anything.
That's why we always wear a hat. I have a serious question for you, Mark. Saying you're talking about dog hair, and sorry, I know you got an employee in there. You may or may not hear this. Have you ever dealt with an Akita before? You have.
I've had a half Akita before.
Yeah, I had a mate that had an Akita, and I remember just like when he started shedding, he would literally fill like massive, like 3 or 4 massive garbage bags full of hair.
Because those dogs aren't like giant. That's not even nearly what I'd consider a difficult breed, whether it be for temperament or cleanup or anything.
The amount of hair though was like ridiculous.
I've got 4 huskies here right now that coming together with the same owner. Just every day sweeping. Yeah, they're more. They shed more than Akitas do. I get Great Pyrenees all the time, which are like over 100-pound dogs, solid white, super fluffy. Those things are a big job because they come in for baths regularly. And I use like a velocity blower to get all their undercoat out and everything. And you'll be sweeping up like that one dog that you work on for like 2 to 3 days, just because it's in the air and it's everywhere. And you know, when you leave and everything stops moving, air will settle a little bit. You come in the next day and you sweep up another pile.
Well, I had an Australian Shepherd, and we would find hair all the time. Like after you sweep, like it'd be in the house, just everywhere.
And those are good. Those are good dogs if you like running.
Yeah, that's what we had to do a lot with him.
Yeah, they're not one of the main breeds that they use, but that they are like cattle dogs, so they're used on farms a lot and things like that. Mainly blue heelers and border collies and stuff, but yeah, blue heelers and Australian Shepherds are 2 of the main dogs they use for cattle herding and for farms and stuff over here.
No, they're very loyal.
Yeah,
but they like to chase things. They like especially if you're not using them for cattle, they will find a way to chase something one way or another.
I heard you.
Yeah, Australians are working dogs. That's why a lot of them are so hyperactive, because if you don't work them or run them out, they'll run themselves.
Yeah,
start chewing on stuff, spaz around, all that.
Forget Kelpies. What's that?
What's up, JD? Yeah, Kelpies as well. Kelpies are another massive Australian working dog as well. So
Alfred E. Newman.
Full Mastiff. You ever seen those? Those things are huge.
We get a good bit of cane corsos or Italian Mastiffs. Those things
are ginormous, and that's about as big as a dog comes. But the cool thing about them, they look like they should be one of the meanest dogs on the planet. Because like a lot of dogs are bred to be mean, and people pretend they're not, but they are. But an Italian Mastiff is bred just to look intimidating. All of them act like a puppy for their entire life. There's always an exception to the rule. But that's their base temperament, is like puppy brain. So you'll have this 150 plus pound dog that looks mean in the face, that just wags its butt all day and flops into you and wants to jump on you, and it's the funnest thing in the world.
Have you ever had a Saint Bernard? Have you ever had to
Not only do I get regular Saint Bernards, I get one named Mango that I groom, that they keep him, even though they're not super hairy, I keep him shaved down. So I take this 160-pound dog and shave him down about every 3 months.
Do they have a small little oak barrel around his collar where he can go and help people?
They don't, but I have thought about going to get one, just so when they come to pick him up, I send them out there with one on there, because that'd be hilarious.
You've been watching Beethoven too much.
We've been watching those Looney Tunes. Where they had the one dog always had the barrel of brandy or whatever they put in there.
Right.
Yeah, they're working dogs. That would be survival supplies, and they would send the dogs up to go find people in need and everything. They would be the first responder on the scene. Yeah, they'd be the first responder on the scene, so it would have stuff that could potentially help the person they're after.
Have you guys ever seen that documentary called Buried? It's about an avalanche that happened in Colorado.
No.
Anyway, it ended up this dog found they were looking for everybody. It was awful, but they were looking for people, and they finally had a dog come in, and the dog a signal that there was life somewhere, and the conditions got bad, so they had to leave. Right, so they waited 2 more days, got back in there. The dog once again goes in there, signals there's life somewhere, and they go in and get this girl who's alive, who's been there for 7 days.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and she lost her leg, and they're like, "Oh, are you mad?" They didn't come.
Did they find it?
So
there was a documentary kind of like that, though. I saw Stephanie. It was about this they had a what they call a whiteout condition on Everest one year.
Oh, okay.
And like, so just like a big blizzard comes in, right? And they left this one guy for dead, and he crawled on his hands and knees back to the. They have like different, they got different base camps for different levels, right? So he stumbled into this one like, and found his way back, and like they thought he was dead. They left him. He like fell asleep, and usually once you fall asleep up there, you're dead, right? But he said all of a sudden he woke up because he had a dream about his kids. He woke up and just started wandering and found his way back to the camp. And they said he had massive frostbite, but he lived.
Wow. Well, Lord knows, like Mount Everest is just littered with bodies. So I mean,
it is. I went down a rabbit hole that one day. They call it like the rainbow or something because they got all these bright colors they wear, and they just leave them. It's too dangerous to recover their bodies.
They've started to recover now. They've started the process. They've started the process. So I know some Sherpas are going up there and like there's gradually taking one down.
They do try it, but sometimes
like the plane that had crashed and the people got into cannibalism because they didn't have any food.
In these mountains, yeah. Well, there's another interesting documentary by, I don't know if you guys know who the documentary filmmaker, he's a filmmaker, Werner Herzog. And he made a documentary because he was actually supposed to be on this flight. There was a flight coming out, but he missed the plane. And so this girl and like a bunch of these people were on it, and like they just had like a prom or something. And she was like German. And
the one survivor with him.
Yeah, the one survivor. She survived in the Amazon. This plane crashed. This girl's like a 14-year-old teenage girl. She survived for like 2 weeks down there by herself before somebody found her.
Wow.
I love those stories of survival against all that. Yeah.
He did the documentary with his kid and that one girl survivor. They went back into the rainforest looking for the crash site, and they found some scattered pieces of it. And he kept like he kept the console, yeah.
Wow.
He always makes the best documentaries. That captivate. Like
it could be the worst documentary in the world, but as long as he's narrating it, it's automatically the best in the world.
I could listen to him narrate a phone book. It was.
I never read it, JD, but
I've heard good things. I've not read it.
Yeah, I've heard of a lot of people love the Stray Dogs series.
They got nice covers.
Yeah, no, apparently, I know they did a lot of cool homages and stuff like that, a lot of horror movie homages.
Yeah, the one I have is a 9.8. It's John Carpenter's The Thing.
Yeah, they did The Thing, they did Pet Sematary, they did, I think, Nightmare on Elm Street, they did a whole heap of that sort of stuff.
Show. They did Walking Dead. They did a bunch.
Yeah, but I know I've heard of a lot of people say that like it was really like it got a lot of spec when it first came out. I remember that much.
One thing that's good about Barrel though, it kind of reminded me like those old Don Bluth animated cartoons crossed with the Evil Dead or like Walking Dead. That's what's cool about Barrel. And then
how many issues to Pharaoh?
I think it's only a 6 issue, isn't it?
Right now. It's like
is it? Oh, it's still going. Okay, I thought it was only a mini series.
I thought it was going to be a mini, but it keeps on going. I got like 1 through 15 or something. I quit picking it up. I liked it, but sometimes you just got to quit. Like I'm trying to like slow down on some stuff I get, so things had to be sacrificed. So I just had to quit reading it, unfortunately.
Yeah, the only ongoing that I'm going on is Space Ghost, and that's it. The rest.
I like knowing in my heart Matt's not cutting down his pool list. DC is just taking over his pool list.
Well, there is a lot of DC now. Yeah. Now, even like the Poison Ivy is not bad.
But he's still main love is Marvel with like Captain America and X-Men and stuff like that. So that comes first. So I'm happy in that way.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's why I got the Captain America. The first Winter Soldier, one of my favorite. Well, they made him one of the most interesting characters when they brought Bucky back. You know, that's one of the things that got me back into reading comics was like Brubaker on this right here. So yeah,
yeah, I'll get a copy of that at some point. Just got to find it for less than $100.
I could get it, but if I paid the $30 or $40 for a copy for you, and I paid for the shipping, it would probably still come to about $100.
Yeah, that's exactly right. We can't get any of the what is it? Is it Dynamite, IDW? Who does all the Space Ghost and Herculoids and that?
Yeah, Dynamite.
Yeah.
Comics.
So we can get Vampirella and all that sort of stuff, but all that 80s nostalgia stuff they've all brought back. So yeah, like Gargoyles, Space Ghost, Herculoids, all that stuff. For some stupid reason, you cannot order it over here because of some licensing crap. So it has to be like I know there are a couple of shops that import it from a shop in the States, but you can't just order it off previews or pull box or whatever.
Transformers and G.I. Joe. Can you order that over there?
I think that's okay, but yeah, it's all the other stuff for some stupid reason is dumb. Yeah, it's mental. We can get the trade paperbacks, okay, but not the single issues.
That's
so
crazy.
Yeah,
they got a new one coming out too, Thundar the Barbarian. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, that one won't come out here either.
It releases January 21st.
Thank you, Mr. FOC.
I get to go to the comic shop today, which is one of my favorite things to do.
Yeah, just remember when you're buying the ultimate blind bag, it is damaged.
Well, there's a chance you might not get a damaged one, but mine will probably be damaged.
I thought the whole thing was damaged.
Wasn't damaged? Okay, well then it's damaged.
Yeah, I watched somebody order 500 of them. All 500 were damaged. Another person opened 100. All 100 were damaged. I was at the shop. I even did a live stream from ABX yesterday to show people. Like I sat there like Ray Charles, just feeling the spine, and every one of them felt damaged in the same exact spot. So we even opened one to look, and like it was damaged in the same exact spot. It's in the best case scenario, the one we opened, it would grade out at like a 7 something. Just like 5 spine ticks, 3 of them color breaking.
Well, that they on the spirit.
But here's the thing, Matt. Real quick, here's the thing. What's in the blind bags are the same books that are outside the blind bags.
Well,
the only thing you're gambling on getting a 1-of-1 chase book that's like 1 in a million kind of thing. But so like with the DC blind bags, they're the same covers, but they're foil versions. You can only get them in the blind bag. With the Mark Spears blind bags, they're covers that you can only get in the blind bag. With these ultimate ones, they're the same fucking covers, just in a bag.
It's a chance of getting something different. Yeah.
And not even. Yeah, the only way to get the only way you're getting something unique in the blind bag is if you hit the 1 in 10,000 sketch. No, 1 in like 10,000 sketch variant, the 1-of-1s. So basically, the only way to get something different is if you get the Mark Spears GP. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I remember what I was going to say about the Halloween bags. They came out, they had a problem with being damaged, but they put a piece of paper in it. It seemed to help the crease.
Yeah, this has just a thin little cover on it, but it's still damaging it through that. I think the books were damaged before they put them in the blind bags, and they just didn't give a shit.
That's a shame.
Yeah, that sucks.
I don't even know if I ordered one, so I might have ordered one, but I got the cover A because I just was getting cover A, but I might have picked one. But it's a shame they can't figure out how to ship, that they can't just figure out, like, it's not that hard to spend it. They don't want to spend the extra money, though, and put it in a bag and board.
Anything I've seen about it.
I don't think that matters really. I mean, books ship every single week, every single month, every single year for years and years, and damages happen once in a while. This is an entire print run of a book that's damaged. It ain't that they can't do it. It isn't that their method doesn't work most of the time. I think Marvel just didn't want to reprint the print run, and they thought they could get away with it with blind bags.
So was Marvel itself, or is it the printers, or whoever shipped them? The distribution.
They're saying it's Penguin's fault.
Okay.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Like Marvel has quality control people. Like Marvel, the company, doesn't stand there boxing books, but it's Marvel's distribution.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like trying to blame Penguin like it's Marvel. Penguin ships books all the time. They ship comics all the time. It's up to Marvel to make sure their product is okay.
Well, they should have somebody. Yeah, you're right. I agree totally.
You'd have to have a quality control department.
Dude, there's been times that the shops get emails from from like, perfect example. DC sent out an email saying, "Hey, Batman Day's coming up. There's a book that's coming out that we've decided to recall. Please don't put them out. We're crediting you back for that book, and we're sending out the updated version." DC's did that, but Lunar's the one that shipped them. So DC's responsible for their shipment. Marvel's responsible for their shipments.
Yeah.
This isn't an accidents happen in shipping because it's happening nationwide in large numbers.
Yeah,
this is a bigger problem than that. Yeah. And now, you know what's funny is the retailer email that came out day before yesterday. Marvel's like, "Hey, Ultimate whatever number 2's coming out. We'll give you a 10% discount if you order just as many or more that you ordered for issue 1," which is fucking stupid crazy. Nobody ever orders as many issue 2 of any series. Like, the general formula is if you sell 100 of issue 1, you'll sell 50 of issue 2, and then it'll decrease a little after that. And then they do a blind bag gimmick. They do a blind bag gimmick with number 1 to increase sales, and now they're trying to bait comic shops into overspending on issue 2, which is going to be a massive decrease on.
Hey, how about you just like give us a 10 to 15% discount on whatever we order, since you fucked these up already?
So the question is,
that would be great, just to recoup or offset some of the costs from that, because we still don't know what they're going to do about returns or damage reporting, because there's something out there that stated that they're not going to accept damage reporting if you open the blind bag. And how the fuck do you know it's damaged until you open it?
Yeah, how do you know if it's damaged or not?
So the question that I have is, like, Mark, you said that the covers in the blind bags are exactly the same as a normal pre-order.
Yeah, so you can watch the video.
Pre-orders, was the normal pre-orders damaged as well? So it's only the blind bags.
Yep, they're just the blind bags.
What is
so like I opened the Dan Panosian. When we opened it, it was a Dan Panosian cover with Wolverine and Spider-Man. It's not a virgin, not a foil, literally the same exact cover. And I've seen other people open them. There's some ratios in the blind bags, you know, but the fact that like you're most likely, like the extremely most likely, you're going to pull a cover that's just sitting on the shelf outside of a blind bag already. So just go pick up the fucking cover you want and go buy a ratio off the internet for half the cost down the road if you want to, or unless you just want to play the game of opening blind bags, which is perfectly fine. But if you think you're going to get it because, like, I don't know what cover I'll get, but at least it'll be a blind bag one, like, that's not a thing with this. Like, they dropped the bag.
If you imagine if you pulled out one of these super, super rare ones that you were talking about, 1 in 10,000, and it's damaged, you'd be absolutely gutted.
Yeah, and I don't think that would be the case, though, because those covers, what they've done unique with these, and I've got the retailer email with all the pictures of them, but they did, because there's a sketch cover, like there's a Blue Line sketch cover blank you can buy off the rack, but they took some of those and let artists draw on them. So for that to happen, that means they had to have gotten the book printed, given it to the artist, got it drawn, and then put it in a bag. Now it would be like, it's not going down an assembly line into bags being sealed. It would have had to been like hand inserted and sealed kind of thing.
So maybe that's a way to actually pick it. Sorry, Steph, what was that?
How much is a bag?
They're the same cover price, aren't
they? It's $5.99. Yeah.
$5.99.
Yeah, $5.99.
And you don't know what it is.
No, you have no idea what it's going to be.
If that's the case, Mark, if they're giving it to the artist, they're drawing on it, putting it back in the bag, and it's not going to be damaged, you could literally go through boxes and boxes and boxes of them and just feel all the spines of all of it and see which one's good, and that'll probably be the good one.
The spine ticks are so prominent you can feel them. You can watch me do it in a video live on Instagram yesterday. I literally sat there and felt it and pointed out where the spine ticks were, then opened it and looked at where the spine ticks were. They were right where they were. It's like right on the barcode, right in the center, and then toward the top. Like it's almost like the machine has 3 rolling pins that grab the books and are running them through the machine's spine first. If that were the case, but they're consistent.
In theory, you could find the rare books just by just go through the whole stack and just feel the spine.
Well, you can
now, I'm not going to lie to y'all. I got 9 more shorts worth of Mark Spears holiday blind bags to put out. So I bought my 5 Mark Spears blind bags, and then the next week I went and bought 10 more just because there was more at the shop, and I waited for people to shop them. And I went there in the shop and I held them by the corner on the side that it opens. And I saw which ones were kind of like more limber and which ones weren't. Then I sat them down on a table, and they had some time to sit out, not being pressed in a shipping box. And you can see the foils want to open. Foil books want to open naturally. So I literally sat there and I cherry picked all the ones that I thought were foils. I thought I'd get 4. And all 4 of the ones I thought would be foil were in fact foil. So I've kind of just, from being around them, naturally figured out the ways to notice things in blind bags.
You crack the code.
When he on the shelf, he'd open so many of them. He said, "This is a foil," and he would cut it open, and it'd be a foil.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and aren't the foils a little bit thicker?
No, they're all cardstock, but the foil material that's on the book, that's added to the book, it wants to open. The pages want to open. So you'll see a blind bag laying flat. Then you'll see a blind bag that looks full of air. But again, this only works if you've had them out of the box and sitting out for a little while, where they have room to open, kind of thing.
I know Glenn was saying that he felt that they were thicker and they were heavier.
I didn't notice either of those things. I just noticed from them kind of wanting to open and them being a little bit more sturdy.
He uses a scale and he weighs them, so.
Yeah, well, that's next level.
Yeah.
I'm not a drug dealer. I don't keep a little scale like that laying around. Can you imagine going to the smoke shop buying a scale because you're looking for blind bags? Officer, I promise I'm just hunting for comic book.
It's just like when you go buy a model kit and you ask for glue. It's for the model. No, really, it's for the model.
It's for the model.
And then when you get home, it's like, oh.
I made too many models today. Yeah.
You encourage us to sniff markers and glue with the silly scents or whatever, and they would smell good. Yeah.
And it's funny how they claim they're non-toxic, but there's no such thing.
I mean, come on.
Not non-toxic crayons, and fucking eat them. Eat a whole box. See what happens to you. Half of our food is actually toxic. So
people be making crayon soup. You know?
Yeah, you're not going to convince me that crayons are non-toxic when half of our food is toxic. That's fucking
Mark's just encouraging you to shit Skittles. That's basically what he's doing. Oh god.
Taste the rainbow.
Oh, that just went a bit extra far then.
Bet you can eat just one.
Oh god. On that note, I think I might end it. Yeah, it's getting towards 1 o'clock, so I better get some sleep. Thank you guys. I greatly appreciate it, getting up early and spending some time with me. Happy New Year to everybody. I did notice Ruby G, DJ, a few other people jumped in, Bryant as well. But yeah, thank you to everybody else who's been in the chat. I greatly appreciate you guys. I love all you guys. Thank you for hanging out with me. I may or may not see you tomorrow. We'll be doing a card unboxing hopefully tomorrow as well. I'll be doing that live. So yeah, if you're around, and if not, I'll be on most likely be on Matt's New Year's Eve stream tomorrow. I think it is 1 p.m. Eastern. I think 1 p.m. for me. I don't know what time it is for you guys. But yeah, anyway, please be safe out there. Do not drink and drive. If you want to let off fireworks, make sure it's legal because it's not over here. But yeah, have fun, be safe, and yeah, take care of each other.
The word jaundice comes from the French word jaune, which means yellow.